So, it's like there's light outside. What happened? Did we fuck up?
Probably.
I'm not used to doing a jartcast while the sun is visible literally anywhere. But
light.
Somehow we've arrived.
The light.
You know what else didn't exist until right now? Barkley. He finally fucking made it.
Yeah.
By the last episode of the season, too.
Hero season finale.
To save the day.
Season fucking finale. Barkley
Yeah, I
showed up.
died in like episode 4. Got revived. I climbed out of the volcano. Trekked. Helped out in the last episode.
One of you motherfuckers who knows motion graphics better do an anime opening for season 2.
Yes, that'd be amazing.
All right, so first up, I think, is a submission from Omnix. This is probably going to be a resubmit of what we covered last week, I imagine. Although I don't recognize the map code. And yet another legendary 0 requests for feedback, 0 acknowledgement of known issues. Both fields left completely blank. But they did chime in on our question of the week was, if you could add a single new item to cart, what would it be? Octus from Oil Ocean Zone. Kind of like a blooper-esque thing.
No, I don't want a blooper in this card game. No.
I respect the ethos of the blooper. By the way, they made it so much more fucking brutal in 8 Deluxe. It's actually kind of crazy.
Doesn't it like make you slide more?
Yeah, you got
No, it's
some
just that
shit?
does it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember
friction.
in one of the games it gave you more like friction, so you'd actually slide like you're on ice.
Mario Kart 7.
Yeah,
they
I
gave
think
you
that was the
friction.
case.
And anything that modifies visibility is gonna affect players who don't know the courses way worse than it affects people who've been playing for 700 hours. Which kind of goes against the ethos of how a Mario Kart item is quote-unquote supposed to work. But an SRV2 cart might be kind of funny if you couldn't just, you know, hit a bind to turn off the HUD. Oops. That might be...
No.
It's Flipcam 1 all over again, oh no! Anyway, map FE. Oh!
No one.
New stuff after all. Or at least
No
I
one
haven't
pressed
seen this
F1.
before. This is Opal Coast from Omnix Pack.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
You can't go
Yu-Gi-Oh
Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel
music?
Links! Hey now!
Interesting music choice.
You.
Oh, okay, so these are a little...
I saw the hole in the fence.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a whole.
That was an upward slope into a sharp 90-degree turn.
I'm feeling a little bit uneasy here, and I think if I'd been distracted, I wouldn't have been able to... What is this?
Is that
Okay.
an earthquake?
That was an earthquake, yeah.
I'm getting some Toad Harbor
Red
vibes
booster.
from this. I like this.
Yeah,
I don't
it
know
does
about
kind of have
I
that
don't-
feel.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
a weird shortcut.
It's actually kind of chill.
Arrows do help a lot, for what it's worth. They
Yeah.
really like.
Well, 90-degree turns after a slope can work if the turn is right after if you use arrows, which is
Oh,
Aw,
it looks
I was kind of
possible.
hoping. I was wondering.
that would be a massive.
And here
turn.
comes the earthquake again.
Check out this mosswood
It's-
cut.
why is there an
Because dynamic track elements, Sparkly.
Stupid tectonic plates.
That
where's
is...
the
I
falling-
disagree with this dash panel on like an ethical level.
Is that a dash panel though? It is.
Why is
Why are there two sets?
You're
I don't
using
know.
two textures for dash panels in the same area. It's kind of weird.
that?
It just reminds me of the one Mario Kart track I can't remember the name of.
Toad Harbor?
Yeah,
Toad
I was
Harbor,
saying
yeah.
before, this is like verbatim, not verbatim, but it's very Toad Harbor inspired. Like the downhill section looks like it was
Happy
looking straight out of it.
It's kind of hard
I
to
could
say
see-
stuff about this.
Like, the upward slope turns are a little bit wacky, but I could see a pretty bad misparse here, honestly.
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah, I
see
would
that
probably-
downward slope on the left side, which is from a way later part of the track, before you actually see the drivable area on the right side because of the placement of the item set.
Yeah.
The item set could be moved up just a little bit to guide you to the drivable road here, but I'd also consider banking this a little bit to make it visible.
Yeah, make it sloped. You have space for it. It doesn't have to be a big enough slope that actually you need to like turn off physics for it.
And now there's no earthquake. Fuck.
Earthquake machine broke.
We'll come back in the last lap.
Might have been a once lined up executor. That'd have been
This
too much
whole
time.
that whole section kind of reads like I didn't really know how to connect this, so let's just get you through it as quickly as possible. And the fact that two different textures are that's not a good sound.
Get me out of here.
And the
I
fact
don't
that two
know.
different textures are used for the dash panels kind of adds to the confusion. Can I get a rainbow?
Whatever it
Yes.
was, it was
At least the music is good.
over.
Oh, hey, Barkley, you'll be happy
No, I
to know
think
someone
this-
else. You'll be happy to know someone else is using Minecraft
That's
textures.
off-road.
Where
Ah.
the Minecraft texture? Come back! Is it right there?
Yes.
Oh
Someone
my
brick
God.
wall.
Ah! Why right there? Though? That's really weird.
I actually dig the theming of this course.
Yeah.
Right. It feels like you're driving through a little beach resort, like town.
I'm chowing this map.
Like, appreciate for just a moment That this child has a beach towel.
That's me.
Hey there, friend.
appreciate it. I can also
Anyway, see you
appreciate
later.
I can also appreciate
That
like,
is
later
actually super not okay.
Wait,
Is there? Are there any track elements out here, or is this just purely scenery?
I think the scenery, yeah.
Yeah, then
a
this should
wall.
probably be blacked out a little bit more aggressively, or even death pit it. Because what's our fucking rule? If you don't have a reason to be there, you shouldn't be able to get there. And in particular, a water skip death there from like an item rebound or something takes forever to happen.
Now, theoretically, you could actually just get away with making that an instant kill plane without even having to, like, make another FOF if you just did the skybox trick and just made the water around part of the skybox. Just made the area around a bit.
Alternatively, you could just fence it off.
I guess.
No, it's... I feel like a fence would harm the theming, though. It's like, you should be able to walk up to the coast, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, there
Like,
are
ultimately,
some
the gameplay trade-off is like, the gameplay comes first, for sure, but I can understand not wanting to go for that first thing.
Also,
I was gonna say, when
pointed
was the
out-
last time you went to high tide and then you saw a fence in the way? It's like, well, shit, I guess I'm not going swimming.
Yeah. But I just noticed, like, someone commented on in the comment
Is this
section
reachable?
that the reason why the earthquakes happen is because like there's actually some sections of the track falling. So
Really?
oh,
You are now in gay baby.
How hard would you
jail.
have to work to get here, on the one hand, but you also shouldn't be able to reach this regardless?
Everyone's gonna say.
trash man.
Because I'm
Like,
trying
there
to
are
think
gonna be
of a sequence of
situations where you get
events.
eggboxed or mined up there, but
Okay, that's covered.
That's the dub.
I don't think like the actual like walls or death pits though. I think they're literally like you can just land on them.
Yeah, you'd probably have to be punted off a mine explosion while your weight was still 0.
Wait, can you actually hold on? Can you use the spring again and try to see if you can climb up that fucking mountainside?
Do you want to do a run through?
Oh, okay, good.
Like your last lap, do a checkpoint check?
Oh yeah, I should probably turn that shit on. Toggle. Bind hat left. Toggle cart debug checkpoint. And while we're here, honestly, bind hat up, rig S, bind hat down, rig. Okay.
6 checkpoints.
That's not a lot.
Yeah, that's why I wanted you to turn them on. I'm gonna. I don't think I heard the
Uh-oh.
ding when you passed the
Oh
check- finish
no!
line.
That's not good.
This looks
Problem.
faster too.
It is faster. I would say it's faster.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so definitely need a little bit more checkpoint granularity here.
You don't even need that many more. It's not a long track. Probably like you can probably cap it off at maybe like 15 or 16. Be good.
So that's pretty drastic.
That's an easy fix.
Yeah, for sure. This entire section is like sort of a nothing straight into a nothing turn with not a lot but an item interaction to happen here. So I can see some frustrating finishes happening.
In what way?
Just in the sense that like once you've rolled through that set, there's really not a lot to do in terms of driving except wait to maybe die. I'm not sure how I'd go about approaching that.
Which is weird because this section right here is pretty cool. I like this section.
Yeah, it's
I
Like
feel like there
again,
maybe should be a bit more happening near the water, but it's okay.
I mean, someone did comment in chat that essentially the reason why the earthquakes happen is that, like sections of the track fall. So that's pretty much the only thing that happens there.
There's something kind of interesting here about dipping into the off-road to take these panels, except the space is so tight that if these are trapped, there's no possible way you can get onto them. And I don't really think this reads as off-road where it's placed yet.
Yeah,
either.
it does not read as off-road.
It's an interesting element, but I kind of worry that it'll like block up the course and like take things out of your control for the final turn.
Oh,
What else did I want to say? There was one thing. Oh yeah, the slope turns. I was fine with those. And if I'm fine with a track element, usually you can rely on people with more than 3 total brain cells to figure it out. But they still do make you kind of anxious. I think you could consider a little bit more space here, like bring this corner out at the very least. Because it's not really... You've got no sight on that, really, until like you're already kind of committed to the line.
You could actually, what I could actually suggest is, I like how they're using the brick texture to like.
I'm that. Go ahead, Chenji.
I feel like the brick texture up there is actually a good enough indicator that hey, this is a wall here. Possibly see if you can extend that bit of geometry up there so that it's more clear that hey, you're about to approach a wall. You should probably turn a little sooner, even if this is a direct 90-degree turn.
Yeah. How early does this signage come into view anyway? You can see it for the entire approach, which is a fucking thank you. Thank you, Jesus Lord, for actually making your signage visible for the entire turn approach.
Yeah, but I feel like...
But then for this, there's no signage except for the signage on the left side.
So go back. I feel like with that, though, like, you do see the signage, but because there's a gap in the middle of it, like, something about that feels like it could register to me like that there is some sort of dip in
There's
there.
a shoe cut here.
Yeah,
Fuck.
exactly. You need to have one continuous, like, stretch of wall there so that the player can easily parse, oh, hey, I should probably turn here.
Whoa.
Why can you land here?
You get nothing.
Chest does not contain an item. 0 out of 10. Next map.
You get nothing.
It's not even like an Easter egg. Well,
I'm also not exactly sure why this is here. Maybe put a rescue pad at the back so in case you get, like, if you're attached to this particular bit of scenery, put like a dash panel in the middle so you can get out if you're knocked in here.
Yeah, I'm thinking like the creative process was less like a cart track and more like implementing scenery as a cart track.
I feel that for sure. I'm still not sure what the element is here.
The earlier sections of the map fell, but the thing is, like, the thing that fell first of all are too far off for you to like actually like be seen as a threat, and also the fact that like they're actually raised up before they fall, so even then you're not even on them before they fall. So it's kind of a weird element.
Did that? I could have sworn that made a spring noise for a second. Must have been the background track. Oh, and this is also here.
I wanted to point that out.
I didn't
It's
notice
just
that
in the
until now.
corner.
Yeah, this is kind of another rescue pad, I think.
Actually, no, I actually see it as more of like a fucking, what do I want to call it? Like, it's more of a recovery thing. Like, you can incentivize, like, driving into the outer rim, like, to get that added speed boost.
It's a grow pad.
Yeah, that's what it really is.
Pad.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Those things that were a little bit rised up fell.
Yeah, so it's not a threat of any kind. It's more just like
Nice visual thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would
Honestly,
use for this off-road out here, honestly. It's like designated as actual off-road.
Like honestly, when I saw the ground rumbling earlier, I thought like rocks were gonna fall from up above.
Yeah, I expected rocks while everyone dies in the long spiral turn, and for it to immediately become like my least favorite thing of the night. So thank you for not doing that. Also, don't get distracted on the upward slope triangle turn is choice. Nice.
No, Lid.
Don't die.
Incredibly appropriate signage.
Cafe Flicky.
Yeah. Cafe Flicky was always the thing, I think.
Yeah, somebody just asked if this was a Mario Kart port, and I don't think it is, but it's crazy how many people are getting the Toad Harbor vibes.
I think it's literally the last section.
Yeah, it's the last section that
It has very simplistic Mario Kart vibes to it in general.
Yeah. It's a very easy course, but there's nothing wrong about
the thing that the thing about the final slope in Toad Harbor though is that it has like these kinds of like it has the little
The trolleys.
It has not only the trolleys, it's like sort of a cycle hazard to force you adjust, but you're also given like about 700 places to trick off of. For this, if you're not like, if these pads aren't safe, if those are trapped, which they will be in good net games, you're literally just heading down and hoping you don't die to the set. I'm not sure what I would do about that though. I don't want to tell someone to add a cycle hazard because then next week I'll tell them to remove the cycle hazard, but...
Just put ramps and hope they have Acro added.
Whoa.
Can we please do anything except continue the conversation from Kart Crew General earlier? I feel like I'm about to have 6 heart attacks. With boost stacking, so they all like happen at the same time.
Just put Womps there.
Alright, so I think that just about covers what I want to say until net game testing. Are we all in agreement to not use the fucking exploit though? in net games?
Yeah.
Because that's known, that's not even fun to look at.
No.
Alright.
Cyron, don't you dare.
It's like
Don't
instead of driving forwards, I'm gonna drive backwards.
If that smile gets any bigger, I'm gonna start driving into Waddle Dees.
Oh.
Alright, next up from Ghost Godzilla. Looking for feedback on item frequency and turn readability. Known issues / quirks. OGL messing with textures or missing ones because ZB just hates me sometimes. If you could add a single new item to cart, what would it be? Triple jaws. Death! Death!
Instant death.
Electric chair!
Your Honor!
Your Honor, triple dog. Death.
Oh, God. KMP already just outright removes double draws in 8-player net games because fuck that nonsense, and honestly, I kind of agree.
Like, double
Okay.
draws is bad enough, because, like, if you have them, like, it's basically guaranteed you'll land a hit if you're still aiming at, like, one guy.
I shouldn't have done that.
Don't do it. You did it.
Why would you
You crashed the server.
This is why triple jump.
So, next up, let's take a look at map AK.
Oh, racing.
Ooh,
GP.
this is striking.
Marbula racing. Ooh.
Not Cartoon Network Racing. Come on now. You can't do that to me.
Top down. When are you getting into V2?
Huh, alright.
Whose map is this?
Kind of fun bank turn here. Ooh. Oh, that's way harsher than the previous turn, though.
Very tight.
I wasn't prepared for that shit at all. Ready for Heart Sneaker to hit that fucking bridge?
Yeah,
It's not your fault,
yeah.
but it'll happen.
Little spring, bro.
Cactuar.
Oh, yeah,
I
another
like
Cactuar.
those jumps. Those are pretty slick.
Every cactus is now Cactuar.
Great example of how... Ooh,
Whoa.
cozy.
Oh, that was a good slope.
Everyone's using friction slopes now. Thank you, Bart. Oh, no, wrong.
Hell yeah.
Wait, hold on. No, this
Yeah,
this feels mashable to get both. That's a little bust ass.
Wait, is this yellow texture off-road in a different section?
Yeah, you can get 2. That shouldn't be a thing.
Mashable, but with RNG you might not get to, depending on the item you pull.
I don't know if I agree with giving people the incentive to Luxac mash,
Right.
like in any capacity. There's a spot where you can do that in Viridian Cliffside as well by Fickle, and I have won so many races off Luxac and Grow and Vince off this.
Yeah.
That is a really good fucking section.
I wanted to cut the inside a little bit, but the slope does not quite work like that.
Yeah.
It's alright, so last lap I'll take the bustable wall and see what's going on there, although I already got a little bit of a glimpse of it. Tumbleweeds are
I'm
a nice
actually curious as
touch.
to why that section's even down there. Like, you could actually make that level with the slope if you just
Okay, so is the oil actually low friction? It seems to be. Huh.
Yeah, it's low friction. Yeah,
Same as
pretty
Canyon
good.
Rush.
That's cool.
I like it.
I kind of want to
Does
see
that
that
open up-
used in more spots.
Does that open up the entire route for everyone?
Pretty sure. Yeah.
Huh, that's interesting, actually. This set of turns is really tough, especially considering you're not really given a cue for the outside of this here. Like, this is essentially a unit that's taken as 2 turns, and you don't see shit about the second turn until you're already through here with a mini turbo. So, unless you know to be scared, unless you're like totally focused on it, it can be pretty bad, I think.
I'm always scared.
Same. Here.
Ooh, that inside though. That's pretty nice, actually.
I
Kind of
was gonna
reminds me
say
of
that's
Coastal
an
Temple.
element I like. Yeah, exactly.
I wonder if you can hit a good enough angle to hit
Put a
the other
cactar
side.
face on that cactus.
If you were here for the last time we did jartcast, there was another map that did like cactuar.
That was the Samba de Amigo map, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Seguimos bailando. Sorry, I fucking can.
Can you bust the wall in first lap and check your response?
I mean, even if it does, I think there's like actual like off-road, so that people can't just like.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Oh,
Dead.
I was able
Wow,
to land
that guy.
for a bit there, it looked like.
you lined in the middle.
Oh,
Oh, there's some.
Yeah,
gotta clean
so
that
if,
up a
if
bit.
you're gonna jack the fence there, I don't even know how I feel about removing the fence there, then that whole thing should probably be death pit. Same for... Okay, so you can cut this, but you don't have sight on it. That's a little strange.
Problem plus
Especially
one.
considering the configuration you'd have to be in to have a sneaker and know you have a sneaker there. I feel like you'd have to basically give up on that set. Yes, the oil is kind of used here in a boneless way. Until that turn, where if you're not drifting through it and trying to keep speed, you can totally wipe yourself out.
The main interesting thing about using something like friction is using it on like a slope turn that just fucking suck you to the outside.
Something Blizzard Peaks.
Hell yeah! How did you know?
Just a hunch, Barkley. Oh yeah, so this is totally just here now. and then
Yeah.
and the off-road is like completely trivial.
that's a shame.
So that's just the best path that's available immediately. There's some argument to taking the other paths because they don't lose very much time and they're probably going to avoid horrible trap chaos in that tunnel. But I'm still not sure if I agree with that cut. That looks
Wait.
so reachable if you have the right combination of speed.
Okay, so now I'm thinking on understanding why like he had 2 item sets back to back, because I think he was expecting like some people to go to the sides and not the front, so he kind of placed 2 different sets of items, like the sides and the front.
Oh
But at
man,
the
but
same
it is
time,
hard to keep growth speed through here.
You could literally like just get rid of the item sets at the sides and just like keep
Top
the one you
roaded.
have at the
Roll
end.
cancel.
Yeah, I mean, you can grow cancel to break almost every single aerial track element in every single course in the game. Grow cancel is like... Now, I hesitate to use the words a mistake, but... It's a fucking mistake.
You're still on this, Tyrone?
Of course, and I'll never stop. Okay, those are actually speed capped, it looks like, to prevent exactly the sort of jank that I'm trying to find.
Do you hit that at an angle to reach the other side? It looks like
Ah,
you can.
damn. That's
It
so
looks
bad.
like a fixed angle launch to me. Yeah, and the creator's saying it's not reachable. Presumably they tried for a while, so...
Okay, so yeah, I would seriously advise just like moving the item set from there up a bit, maybe, and then getting rid of the side item sets, just because.
You could make that entire tunnel off-road and not affect how you're intended to take the cut pre-wall break, while still like having the cute destructible wall as a visual element. Ooh, yeah, that's brutal. That's a
Yeah.
really steep slope, but you save so much time by hitting that correctly. It feels super satisfying. That's a good-ass turn.
So risk and reward, basically.
I mean, am I front-running or am I trying to catch up, really?
Am I winning?
If I've got an SPB on my ass, You bet your ass that I'm like social distancing from the inside of that turn.
Yeah.
I'm staying like
Unless-
6
unless
feet.
you
Nah,
were,
I'm
like-
staying 60 feet.
Unless you were like extremely confident, it's like, nah, I can do this, and then immediately fucking die.
I am riding the outside wall that whole time. See, I think it seems really neat, honestly. I think this is like... This is such a strong view to start with, this part of the skybox. I want, like, fucking... I want to tell you to put heat haze on this, but I also want to tell you to not put heat haze.
Don't. I actually dislike it. Like, there are situations where I feel it's appropriate, and those are situations where it's not the entire map. If it's just a section or two, it's fine.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
there for ambient effect.
But if you're using screen textures for the whole course, then not only is the effect not quite as strong, but it screws with performance and kinda like, I don't know. On old insert builds, when screen texture animations ran at the uncapped FPS, I'd go to egg quarters and just like start hurling spontaneously. It was fucking awesome. This is cute, by the way. I dig it.
Camping.
Man,
oil
seeing
fight.
these as scenery elements though makes me want to see like some kind of oil jet used as a cut element or something, where like you're pushed out
that'd
of a
be
jump
totally
with
cool.
it. Yeah, let's go ahead and check. Okay, so that's 23 checkpoints. I'm gonna assume.
Yeah, I
this
was
is
checking that the entire
probably-
time.
Yeah.
It seems like a lot of the turns have like multiple, which is extra good.
Minor alignment thing here.
Oh, I found an Easter egg. Oh,
Got Rin?
Do I have to prepare myself?
no, it's nothing bad. It's like you literally have to go into spectator. You know that water, like the huge like wall, like all the way back. Yeah, if you go all the way over there, you'll find a campfire and someone there.
Someone.
Menacing.
It's Yandere Dev.
That hedgehog. Of all
It's me.
Nope.
Which wall are you talking about, Porter?
It's the one right near the start. Like it's after the crumbleable wall.
Crumble.
It's the
From-
multicolored walls.
Yeah, it's like it's leading. Like you can find it by following the river. After that,
Is that?
you kind of have to raid. You have to raid.
So it's literally spectator exclusive.
Yes.
It's him!
I can't even get there.
Raise your camera higher and you'll.
Them
Yeah.
Casper blue walls.
Like keep.
This is as high as it'll go for me.
Maybe move your camera to like left or right because you can get over there.
Keep sliding around till you
Ah, there we
yeah,
go.
keep sliding around. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Whoa.
No, Tyrone, you don't have to worry. It's him. He's finally here.
Everyone is here.
Everyone's here.
God damn it, one brain cell.
Fucking fake crash.
But yeah, this is like, apart from this particular turn, which seems like more brutal than the rest of the map by a factor of like 10, I dig what's here. Super about this. It's so close, it's so tantalizing.
I always think you're gonna bump your head when you take that jump.
Yay. Oh shit! You don't even have to be Inspector to get there. There's actually like a piece of fence you can just go through.
Nah.
Intentionally?
Intentionally, yes.
Nah.
Yeah, anybody else before we move on?
Oh,
Oh,
you like?
I kind of wanted to point out, if we didn't already, like, point out the fucking, the, like, alternate road texture at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
That, like, you could drive on. I feel like that's, like, kind of confusing, especially if you, like, don't immediately realize that it's an off-road.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah, you
because
don't-
there's a
you don't-
line in the middle. It actually kind of caught me off guard, too, because the line tells me to keep driving forward.
Yeah. So I guess there's a lot of quick context switches here. Yo.
Yeah, I would try and just make
Yo! Why though? Okay, but only...
That's actually cool.
It's not reliable, but
Please promote this to an actual track element. I'm begging
Yeah,
you.
like add a set of fucking boosters up there, like really, really high at the top.
Because if you make it reliable to actually make it in there, could be really interesting.
that'd be cool.
As is, the angle's a little bit too steep to actually guarantee you don't just slam it like a wall, but could be neat.
Big fan of that.
I shouldn't have given myself a spring rig button.
Also, if you can just keep... Oh, stop. Wait. Back. Look at the fake fence. Look at the fake... Oh! I think you have to actually, like, follow the...
Get in the water.
Yeah. Water.
What
No,
the fuck?
in the water.
In the water? What do you mean?
Adult Swim.
There you go.
That makes me super uncomfortable. What the fuck?
Don't touch him.
Oh.
Alright. Next up.
I guess you could say it was a fake guy.
Ooh.
Oh my
Ivo.
god.
Looking for the works. Note some work in progress, encore, proof of concept, and checkpoints may be done quickly, so there may be easily missed ones. And if you could add a single new item to cart, GHZ Wrecking Ball is a reskinned Bowser shell.
Yo!
Okay.
That would be cool.
I'm writing that the fuck down.
I'm sending it to Sal.
Congratulations, Ivo, you've delayed V2 by 3 years.
You have.
Changing immediately, opening his browser. Fuck. I tried.
Alright, 10 banana is pretty cool. Big Boy Banana from Double Dash? Let's go.
No.
Oil Ocean, oh man. Appealing. Sonic 2 is my favorite. It's the worst, but it's my favorite. And I deeply
One of those
appreciate that
things is
being rare.
And that is your favorites.
That is a pretty mini map.
Ivo,
It's not worse than CD. Whoa, hello.
I wanted to do Oil Ocean as one of my classic cups, but
Whoa.
I didn't really like any of the remixes, so I never went around to doing it.
By the way, as the leader of the official Sonic 2 Shield Corporation, play it in widescreen, use the mobile port. Metropolis is so much more bearable when you have a field of view.
Play the mobile port, but also mobile controls.
You can act. Ooh, alright.
Spicy!
Oh
I am about that.
This
I'm
is
not
really tight all of a sudden. Holy.
Yeah.
Difficulty on this seems all over the place so far, but
Yeah.
the theming is like top notch. I love these visuals.
Yeah. Like it was only the last couple of turns that were like really
I'm
sketch.
surprised there was only one oil slide. It's like one of the bigger elements from the track.
I got caught off guard by the first lift, and I feel like they could potentially be introduced in a safer way somewhere else.
I don't like
I think I love that you are like super committed to using badniks on every map, but the placement of these and the amount of total space they take up is
And the
super
time, like-
foreboding.
Like how,
I
yeah, like how,
hit one.
yeah, like
Yeah.
how
Actually, I want to point something out.
That's
Is
cute,
that like
though.
in Motobug, like
Disco
Speedway or whatever
Inferno.
it's called,
Sick
they
debug
actually
print.
have like a boundary like designated for how they travel, and in this, like, there's no boundary. I feel like you could benefit from adding a boundary, or at least like
That's
some sort of
cute.
designated line to like say,
I
hey,
think
these patrol this area.
just separating these so that one is a little bit further down the track could help a lot,
Yeah.
because I feel like at that point exactly, they're like, the amount of space they take up on the track is highly variable, and funneling everyone through like between them, if the pack is super close together, could be extremely dangerous.
Yeah.
This also looks kind of mobile to me on instinct.
Yeah, that's super mobile.
I mean, I took it with a red that wasn't possible there, but even with a blue, I think that might be a minor time gain.
there's nothing
Had
there.
to check.
As usual, though, this is a very good track visually. Holy
Yeah.
shit. I
yeah.
feel like I'm in the level.
Yeah,
I
it's
will not-
man.
not-
I can't do this.
The thing that like, I think the difficult part of like porting a classic Sonic level is making the leap from like, all right, I have the texture rips to let's think about how this architecture and this area design would actually like work and function in 3D, and like, I feel like I'm
That
fucking
is so
home.
fucking cool.
That is
There
also
really
a
needs to
sick
be-
element. These are
see,
nightmarish,
yeah,
though.
yeah,
That's
see, that's the
insane.
That's the weird thing about this track is that like you go into like this super fast fucking oil slide and then immediately you're introduced to like really
I'm
sharp
surprised those last few turns aren't also oil slides.
Honestly, that last ramp, that feels like it's perfect photo finish territory. Like, it's the fucking big release of tension at the end of the race, but instead you have the sequence of nightmare turns to connect it back up. And it seems a little bit... Hello there.
This is actually, I'm looking at the, like, geometry of this course, and this is surprisingly accurate, because you have the quarter pipes, you have the oil slick going downwards. Like, this feels so authentic.
Yeah, Ivo fucking nails that though.
I have a question.
Every kind
If
of
you
track.
get launched into those from the bottom, like say a mine or an egg box,
So that's allowed, and the game doesn't freak out about it. Interesting. Say again, well?
yeah, the propellers. If you get launched into them from the bottom, say like from a mine or an egg box, do
Ooh,
you
yeah,
bump them,
I'll
or
try
do you-
that next lap.
Or do you like yeah? It won't be much of a time save. It would be interesting to see.
Yeah, checkpoints look fine. Like, far and away. Ooh, it's so hype.
So satisfying, and then you get
I
into the
almost
section-
okay. This is like wishful thinking, but I almost want that section to like launch you so fast that you actually come out the other end of the quarter pipe and then hit something. Oh my god! Petroleum refinery 2.
Yeah, my only real gripe is those last few turns.
Yeah, the last few turns are like really.
They
funny.
look like turns that you don't even take them. You just drive in the middle of the line that makes up the
I mean,
turns, and you
yeah,
don't. Really
I don't know
turn
if the
at all.
resources to time that path split, by the way, but it's
mean-
interesting to me.
It's that too, Barkley. But again, like I said earlier, it's also the fact that like you go into it while you're at speed, like right after you do that oil slide. So you're expecting to like keep your speed up as you're going through the rest of the course, and then you're immediately asked to like stop what you're doing in order to like break.
Well,
An aggressive
what's
slip
weird
tide to
is-
switch paths there probably has no purpose, but it looks really funny.
in the original level, a lot of the oil slide,
Wait, actually,
like,
no,
downward
it's-
things. Like
If you're on that
comboed
path, it
in
looks like
between
it's
them.
actually a pretty substantial save. Hold on.
I don't know.
If you drop to that,
So if I hit this and then... Gotta be way quicker.
Ooh, that ain't.
That would be sick, though.
I promise this
We had
isn't
a
Tyron
speaker.
tries to hit a major skip for 20 years territory.
Are you
But-
sure about that?
How many years though?
But like, because switching paths there is a super significant time save, if it can be done, surely, like, compare that to where you naturally drop out if you stay on the path you're on. That's like gotta be 5 seconds, even if you don't like immediately make it back to speed.
Yeah. I like the idea behind it, but I feel like because of that, it's something that I would possibly nerf just a little bit.
God, why does it look so pretty? Hate you, Ivo.
You make good tracks too, Barkley.
No, I do.
Oh,
I don't make.
oh,
I
was
wish
gonna
I
say,
had.
oh!
That's pretty big.
I love it.
That's amazing.
You have to
That-
know that's there. But I'm gonna hit it next lap, and I'm gonna feel like a fucking hero.
Tyrone, you blow yourself
This shortcut,
under,
I made
you
this.
blow yourself up under those fans. With an
It looks like there's a wind.
Yeah, it pushes you
down.
back down if you hit the fans from below.
I would try it regardless, just to see if maybe the push is done or not.
Alright. Ah! Bastard!
Oh my god, it colorizes you if
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't notice that?
you get hit. No, I didn't!
Yeah, there's the unique sound and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
great.
cute.
And then the Disco Inferno text at the top. That feels. That looks-
That's
that-
like that's super weird to actually enter because of the change in context. But even if you enter it poorly, it's so fucking neat.
Yeah, but it didn't feel good to take though, because that just looked amazing.
You gotta understand that I'm not the type of person who will do the patented jartcast whenever they see a fucking course inspired by like one of their favorite locales. But I spent
Sonic
a lot
2,
of
baby.
time in Oil Ocean, my man.
People hate oil ocean.
You just need to port crush physics over here now, it'll be perfect.
Listen, the second somebody starts making it an accurate speed highway, I'll be drooling.
Speed highway. Oh fuck.
Oh
That'd be
no.
really good.
Oh,
Approaching sound barrier.
shut.
Approaching sound barrier.
I actually had that game physically.
I'm sorry.
It was, I mean, it was $3. I feel
that's
like
not bad.
there is a certain breakpoint below which basically every interactive experience is worth $3. It's like, okay, this will be funny for like 15 seconds.
All right, $3. You got me.
All right, so those final turns, I feel like that could probably be just changed to one turn and a slope, honestly, and still function, but there is a part of me that wants that fucking slope set piece, as much of a pain in the ass as it likely is to move, to just end the lap. But then again, then we'd lose the sick cut entry, too. I mean, I'm a dumb guy. You're a smart guy. You know how to fix this. I'm just here to tell you that it's a nightmare. Alright. Anybody else before we move on?
No.
I hate looking at this.
Just
map,
don't like
it
those
makes me feel
last
bad.
couple of turns, but I'm fine.
I
Alright.
kind of wanted to complain about the spiral, but on second thought, I actually kind of like the idea that you have to like kind of like adjust your angle so you don't die to the spinny guys.
Yeah.
That escapes me right now.
The fire dude.
Boys.
Yeah, the fire dude.
Flame
Spinny fire
boys.
dude.
Yeah, I don't know what they're actually called.
I think they are called Unitus.
Alright, so now it's time for you to hook up with Omnix and fucking
Oh,
start
Souls,
adding,
actually. Unitus is the...
we gotta get horrible ink visibility hazard shit in this map. Alright, next up, looks like from Marsh, who has been experiencing some ennui regarding the second layout redesign of this course, and isn't sure quite where to go from here. Also notes software hates this one. XD. And if I could add a single new item to cart, what would it be? We did go try out R9A Arrowhead. Lua character?
What?
That whiffed on me completely.
I think so.
I'll have to take a look at that then. I'm sure someone in chat will tell me. Alright, next up.
Whoa.
Alright.
Oh,
wow.
Oh, what
This
the fuck?
is some fucking visuals and a half already.
you know
Holy.
game?
Oh,
Wait,
God, what
no,
was that?
hold on. That's awesome. Just
That
this
is the most
alone.
impressive use
Why are
of
you allowed
dithering
to
I've
do
ever seen in this
this?
goddamn video
That's
game.
awesome, but that's fucking with me. Holy shit.
Yeah, okay, so I want to point this out immediately. This looks fucking incredible when you're standing right above it, but from a distance, that might have a Moyer effect that might be a little concerned about. You might want to look at that.
Whoa.
Yeah, do you see that when you approach it?
Yeah, ooh, alright, so we
it's
got,
way
we're
worse.
introducing boost panels.
Holy
Holy
shit.
shit, wait. Okay.
That's fucking cool.
No physics on those, at least.
Now, to be clear, I've never played an F-Zero game.
You should.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, I just
EX
love the
is
fucking...
very good.
like this,
Kind
but
of seems
faster.
What this is inspired
Yeah,
by.
I'm aware of how fast it can be. But, like, even just, like, from the track designs that I've seen, we're like...
Okay.
Whoa, why?
Like, holy shit.
Why was that a spring panel?
They look like spring panels, but they're not.
I was gonna ask.
Yeah, the green inside stuff is what I would have guessed as a spring panel, but
Are those things with the blue arrows? Like, what are those supposed to be? Because I thought they were initially just supposed to be speed pads, but no, like
yeah,
it
but
turns
we've had speed pads introduced as the yellow ones before, so I think it's a reasonable expectation to have players follow that context switch, considering they're almost guaranteed to have interacted with one by now. But it's still a bit of a leap to make it to like, oh, it's a spring panel.
Yeah, I would keep that to just.
As much as it breaks the design language of F-Zero itself, I consider using red for that, maybe? Give it some kind of like recognizable spring panel
Good
motif.
so far. I've noticed.
I am
That's looking
begging
sick.
you, Lua, to fucking colorize and play the energy regen sound on that little strip.
I would say, Marsh, for some of these slopes, I'm noticing you really aren't going that fast on some of them, and I'm going to assume it's because you cut a lot of the physics. Try to do some fuckery where you're using both physics and non-physics slopes. For some
I
reason.
agree with that.
That's what I had to do for Lava Reef that I put up. So,
Yeah, I
that's my idea.
this is introduced here, and if I'm like on lap 1, I have no fucking clue what this is. But if I have to take a guess at speed, I honestly thought it was going to be a spring panel.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, at least it's visually pleasing, but yeah, your brain immediately thinks green.
I mean, this entire track is visually pleasing, like, fuck.
The scale of this is nutty.
The skybox is
The
insane.
skybox.
You know what I honestly want to do? I honestly want to play this with, like, wipe zones.
If it fucking survives. But yeah, layout seems pretty
Whoa.
friendly to me. Ooh.
Is that off-road?
I didn't get hitched by this last time, but for whatever reason it got me this time.
That was
I'll take another run through and see what's going on.
I would say for that last thing where you like it, I was expecting that to slope you off into like a jump, and then you just kind of keep going. You have this really long straight of nothing happening. I would say just make that a slope that shoots you off. That's just me. Like right here, look, you gain like no speed.
Yeah, it does feel like there's something missing there.
He said in the chat that he's working on it, so work in progress. It's all
Yeah.
good.
I think
mean,
it's better to focus on the layout, which seems pretty good.
Yeah.
Good God,
Layout's
I'm
good,
just I'm in
visual-
spectator admiring the spawn area.
Oh,
The
okay.
amount of
Wait.
like
Goodbye.
Wait a second.
Whoa.
Did that
Astounding,
did
I
not
love
do
it.
that before, did it?
You kind of ended it at an angle.
don't drift into it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
tried to drift door.
I think
I swear it
because the launch is invisible, I think it's a reasonable expectation to go for the drift there. Can I get anything? Nah, you're just kind of there.
I
I'd like
swear
that
you
back.
didn't hit that before.
Yeah, it's not something I ran into earlier.
Like right here.
my speed. Where is it?
Yeah, you could honestly slope that. Like, I mean, add slope physics to it.
People getting mad at V1 for being V1.
Dude,
Nah.
my last match of just me been shitting myself over V1.
You really just want
Patience,
slope,
young
don't you?
Padawan. Patience.
Yeah, I think this 180 seems to be the only one of its kind in the entire course, and it seems pretty
Really
punishing if
small.
you don't pick up on it fast.
I don't like V1, its coursing gets everywhere.
And the
Fuck off! Didn't expect you to follow that up.
yeah, and the upward slope here blocks the subsequent signage. So as you're approaching, you're sort of blind on it. I think it's reasonable to expect a player to pick up on this while undistracted, but if anything's going on in their vicinity, I can see a pretty bad misparse.
Alright, stop right here.
Mhm.
What is that gap in the what is that gap in the wall for exactly? I have
Die.
no idea, and I feel like it kind of, when I first saw it, I thought, oh, it probably is like one of those
You might have actually
Yeah.
forgotten.
People are already touching on this in chat, but some of the force jumps pulling you to the center is pretty bad for trap items, and apparently that's
easy
just
to
a flag you
change,
can unset.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would change that.
because like when I first saw that gap, I immediately thought, oh, it's like an off-road thing, and there might be like, and it like comes back in like a little later. I didn't think that
Yeah,
it would
that,
just
that
be a
looks to
gap
me like
that
it's
kills
just
you.
legitimately unintentional.
Marsh.
People
just
fuck
make
up
it a
fences on
ramp.
jartcast all the time. Apparently there's something about it that I don't understand.
Long straights aren't bad, Marsh, if you just make people shoot through it really fast. And a ramp that would shoot them.
Yeah, so what
through
the
that
fuck do I
entire
do about this
section
long
would be fine.
straight moment?
Yeah.
Legit.
Finding ways to mitigate that, like, I suppose, ugly long stretch like monotony is actually a good practice.
That's what I'd
especially if you
actually
want-
did for Lava League. Like the last ramp just shoots you
The only thing that I like, outside of the final turn, I think my only misgiving is that this seems to be entirely without cuts, unless I've missed something critical. Like, with the exception of taking the blue spring lift at speed and, like, being able to cut off a lot of that U-turn, kind of seems like there's... That plus the amount of time you spend at boost speed just as part of the layout seems like it might kind of limit comeback stuff. Yeah, so the blocky section with the spring sector, that one's pretty obvious, and I think taking that with Grow looks pretty fun.
With Grunt?
Don't worry about it. I'm having a rough day.
It's alright, it's fine.
What is boost? That's a little longer.
The architecture, I'm gonna compliment you on that. The architecture looks like it's straight out of GX. I love it.
What was that?
It was weird, but I actually just don't understand what this texture is used for. To me, it seems kind of out of place, but...
Is it supposed to be like lighting? Or like...
Edge.
Danger edge.
No. Thinking about it, yeah, it's literally supposed to designate the edge because it's neon green on black.
Yeah.
So it's actually there for
It does
clarity.
super pop.
Yeah.
It's just
So we
that,
have that.
like, that also feels like it reads as a gimmick. I do see what you mean there, but it's also, I feel like the intent is
Okay.
to help you, like, notice that edge.
From the original game, it's just an edge in F-Zero. Yeah, then the resemblance
Yeah.
to spring panels is just really unfortunate, but...
I would see if you can adjust that texture to, like, make that a little, you know, less easy to mistake. Because otherwise, yeah, it gets the job done. It's pretty obvious that that's the edge.
Item cuts are kind of anti-F-Zero, so every single turn when I see, well, you could do an off-road cut on the inside of this, I'm like, but it doesn't feel F-Zero, though. And, like, when you're fucking executing on the visuals and theming this much, it does, you do kind of get the feeling that the track has to follow. So I can kind of understand feeling stymied a little bit with the layout. And GX Knit, get out. Go! Edge boosters, go!
Hey, where's Edge Booster?
I can try making them a spring. I think for that, like, big-ass blocky turn in particular, it might be interesting to do that. But I'm not sure.
Laz suggesting that was a Miss Snake.
What?
You know the rules.
Look what you...
I'm
what you
sorry.
did.
You're not sorry.
Porter.
That's it. Emergency code rescue. Get in the Fongy cave.
Yeah, check your bingo cards if you haven't already, folks.
I respect that.
Oh, thank you. I like that.
Yeah, it's... I feel like the layout itself isn't missing anything. It's just that with the amount of, like, long sloped sections, what's really, like... I think I'm with Barkley on this one. It's just, like, amp up the speed, and this comes together really nicely.
Yeah, the layout's good. It just needs. Like, look right here.
Also, I'm glad to say there's almost 0 vanilla textures in this one. I think I used about 4. There is so much shit on the screen, I will never find where the vanilla textures are. Even these little starting areas are pretty cute.
Alright, let's see if I can find it.
Yeah, nothing in here looks vanilla. Absolutely none of it. Except for the finish line. Like, that's self-explanatory.
Now there's 3 we have to find.
Yeah, I think I've kind of said my piece on this. It's gorgeous, add some speed to the slopes, and I think it'll flow really nicely.
Yeah.
Anybody else before we move on?
Same.
No, like, you pretty much got everything, so.
It's a very gamer map.
I can definitely... I think if those are springs, that turn stops existing. Like, completely.
Yeah.
But I'm also like...
Is that?
I want to say, like, drop the contrast on the texture a little bit, but keep the highly saturated colors so that the spring panel-esque design doesn't read as quickly, but you still get, like, hey, edge here, be careful.
Yeah, actually, that's a good way of putting it, because I feel like the black immediately makes it, like, register, oh, there's a circle here. You know, that's going to bounce me upwards. So.
Yeah, because I definitely don't think... I like this turn, as is. I don't think it should be trivially skippable with literally any speed item, but...
I just
love
the
the visual is a little
geometry.
bit conflicting.
I just love the geometry of this map so fucking much. Holy shit.
Flashing lights everywhere, it's like I'm in a fucking casino. Oh yeah, I was gonna say the same thing about, like, the fucking rotating signage up top there. That, like, I immediately felt Ballistic NG from that. It's a very neat element.
Good, Ballistic NG is base.
Alright, let's see. Next up, from Nova Fire. Looking for possible improvements, notes there's ice in this level and it's a black texture. This is because the map is based on another game's ice level, so I don't want to break theming. I think as long as you give the player some space to introduce that, it's fine, so we'll see. And as for if you could add a single new item to cart, hookshot slash claw shot. You could hit walls and zip to them, or hit players and have it turn into combi. You didn't say it had to be a good item.
I mean,
That's an amazing item, though.
Yeah, that sounds kind of dope, honestly. And you could actually make some really cool courses, like, with that in mind.
You tried to shitpost and you failed. That's fucking sick.
Yeah, I know what item I should put for mine.
Alright, Deep Glacier.
Oh, I recognize
Oh,
this.
yeah, I remember
Because
this.
it's Stage
I think I've played this once, but I remember virtually nothing about it. Music Def missing an artist?
Okay, there's a little bit different.
What version is this?
Why do you ask?
Because there's been like 10 million versions and the mini-map is still off-center.
Don't worry about it.
We fixed the
Single
last
issue individual here. Ooh.
one. Nice physics.
It's not too off-center. I'm not surprised they haven't worried about it.
If there's any, like, skybox or, like, control sector out in the far reaches, that's probably why it's off-center. Like, they don't want to fuck with that.
Does it look that off-center though? It looks fairly good to me.
Yeah,
I think-
I wouldn't notice if it hadn't been called to me.
So long, I think with minimaps, my player model doesn't have to be like.
What
directly in the middle
exactly
of
is the deal with this? Before you can even, like, really register that those items are available, you're given the path split that determines whether or not you're actually able to hit them. I guess because this is pretty narrow, it's intended to be like, but there's no ice physics on it, so it's actually an easier path to take.
Oh wait, there's even more paths if you kept going on that.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah, and then you have the option to bail out of there or take the actual expert path with literal black ice. I love that black ice has become
They
a meme
both
in
have
fucking
items
cart.
on this card.
Yeah. The single exhalation of mild amusement. Ooh, alright.
My ping.
Cute cut.
So those geysers are springs, by the way.
Hmm.
Yeah, the one in
I'm
that
just gonna point that
section.
out.
They read to me as hazards at a first glance, that I didn't really
Yeah,
feel
they
like
look
experimenting with them further.
Yeah.
Yeah, in older versions, they didn't have those textures.
If you don't want to make a texturing change to that, the way to introduce one of those elements is just to make it mandatory to hit. So that,
like that-
anybody entering that section is required to know, like, oh, I watched myself hit this and bounce off harmlessly. We're good to go. Jay says red always screams danger. Well, red also screams red spring, though, so there's a little bit... You know what I mean?
It depends on how the red is laid out.
Yeah. In that sense, because there's actually a visual element to go alongside that red, that actually read like more of a hazard.
Yeah,
Like, it has the
because
smoke and everything, so I
Because
would
it read
posit-
like it read like lava, danger, don't touch this. Not like,
Aw.
hey,
I actually.
That's
so,
kinda
okay,
anti-fun.
okay. Unpopular opinion here, but go back.
Alright,
For those like gimmicks in particular, I actually feel like yellow would actually be a good contrast here, because yellow acting as blue's complement would actually tell you, hey, this is not only supposed to be something like that opposes the natural track element, but it also actually helps you, designate that it's not a dangerous element because it's using a different color.
I mean, I would still
But then
designate it
you
as
can make it
danger.
yellow, you can't make it a red
I
screen.
also... We have a track element that functions kind of like this with Boiling Bedrock with the steam jets. Maybe
Sure.
repurposing the visuals there, since it's a reasonable guess that people will already know the design language from that course. Yeah, the
is
shark
another
says,
good
make
idea.
the icicles bustable. Performance nightmare, but wicked sick.
That'd be awesome.
Oh, man.
Frame.
See, because that's fun now that I know that. That's an interesting way to speed capture there. So, as far as actual layout considerations go beyond theming, I think the black ice is fine because the place it's introduced is fairly tepid and non-threatening. You're given plenty of space here, and the punishment for not really understanding the ice is getting thrown to the outside, not getting thrown to the fucking wolves in the death pit.
Remove that item set of 3 on like the start of that split S turn.
Yeah, that set
That's what I
doesn't
would
feel
do.
like it. It doesn't really feel justified. Oh, you can go super far on that. Maybe it's because I'm 8 speed, but hey.
It's dumb because you also have an item set here, so you have like 3 sets that you can potentially get. In, like,
Yeah, these are pretty
under
closely
advantage.
spaced. It's not even 10 seconds to that set. And then regardless of which path you're on, you pick one up over here.
Yeah.
And you're given the option to freely switch between them, so...
Logically, the path would be left.
If you were locked onto the path you picked, well, those paths are too narrow for you to lock yourself onto them in any meaningful way without it feeling super jank, so... Because I was gonna say, if you're locked to the path, then having one set early and one set late on each path might have been an interesting way to shake up item interactions, but... So I think this ended up reading pretty well, thanks largely in part to the dark gray outer wall here. I think if you're going for the top path, it might be a little dodgier because all you have to go on is the fence. But the lighting here is maybe a concern to me. Yeah, it kind of feels like you're navigating blind as you ascend there.
Yeah, I would actually try adding like some sort of like crack in the middle, or at least a streak of light to help.
Yeah, because I think
designate
that they want this map to be is like I feel like I'm in an abyss right now.
Also, this signage is not visible. It's actually it's so invisible that it looks like it's a joke.
Just pull it more towards where the light is, so it actually you can see it breaks.
I don't think it's necessarily needed. I think this turn's readability would maybe be improved by banking it at the outer edge, but I think just...
I mean...
The turn already reads pretty well, but the signage will help.
Yeah.
I would say if you're gonna replace the signage, replace it with something like glowing or something, like something that illuminates.
Clearly it's time for Crimson Core arrows.
Stop!
Hell
We don't need any more Crimson Core arrows, please.
Hey, sometimes they're justified.
Sometime, yeah.
Not very often, but sometimes.
How aggressively do you have to turn to stay inside the ice exiting here? That seems really tricky.
It used to be more strict in older versions. There's just
And then the punishment for... we had a really exciting certified model angle moment there.
what happened to my colors?
I love it. Yeah, I want to be able to like take that super inside. It kind of feels like you're doomed to slide out, which is a little frustrating to me, but it's still a fun turn. You can't call it a Tooge moment, no!
None.
What the fuck is a touche?
Oh my god, Barkley doesn't know too.
Berkeley, we're gonna have to educate you once this session's done.
Yeah.
Why does it sound like something that's in my car?
Well,
Do you like
it has something to do
my
with cars.
car?
Well, you do use your car to go through it. It's a small mountain path.
Is this an initial
yeah.
D joke?
So honestly, it's...
It does use initial D music.
I feel like this is mostly a solid layout aside from the visibility and item split concerns on turn 2 up here. But I do feel like... I get the feeling that this is supposed to feel kind of stark and unwelcoming, but it does feel pretty under-detailed in most sections. Visuals people, help me out here.
Okay. I feel like it's fine to under detail something in a situation like this because it's supposed to be selling an ambience more than anything else.
Yeah.
So
I'm not a really visuals person, but I like it because it feels like I'm meant to be like in this icy void.
I would try and like add some accents to help not only improve readability on a lot of these like, you know, sections where the black ice is just hanging the rim.
Yeah, I feel like you do need the occasional accent to like actually sell the dark areas. Like that kind of contrast.
See, I'm not sure about Skybox though, because like if I feel like the Skybox would kind of mitigate the like vastness
Fill the
of this. 'Cause
void,
this
yeah.
is,
No, I dig the big
this
black
is
void
meant to feel
skybox.
spacious and
I think
Yeah.
that's appropriate.
Yeah, I think it should like stay the same because if you changed it, it would like ruin the feel of this course.
Because, like, a lack of a skybox, because of the way that this is carefully chosen out, this can actually feel like it's a very, very big track.
It's not a vast void, it's masking where he has to put the thought barriers. Software performance is truly tragic.
Well, it's masking the fact, but that's also because it's giving the illusion that it's supposed to be that. Like, it might not be that in actuality, but, like, that's what the intent of the visual design
And
is.
I think it works.
Because like this section right here, that looks like there's like an endless abyss out there, and that you just can't see it because it's too dark.
Hold on.
If
can
you're
you-
talking about, like, trying to seam it together, like, to make it seem like it actually has a lot more of a large, connected feel, like this is an abyss, like, I can get what you mean. But as it stands right now, I don't think much needs to change about it to convey the exact kind of, you know, feeling it's going for.
You know what I'm going for, I'm sure.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Not really.
Yes.
Nope.
Okay, so you can take it, but you don't really get anything useful from it. You can take the right path and get a speed capture from there that's some marginal time save, but it doesn't feel like it's like a game breaker. Yeah, I think it's really just the lighting on this particular section of this path that doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty fun to drive
It's-
otherwise, and
Again, like, it's near black on black for that section. Like, very, very easy.
cannot
It's a
wait
mistake
for
where
ice
you're going.
physics net game traps.
This map is pretty spicy with them.
All right, anybody else?
Aside from, like, trying to improve the visual clarity on the darker sections of the map and making so that, like, you can actually see what's the edge of that section with the slopes, not the slope, but the ice section, like, marking that edge would help out a lot.
All right.
But other than that, nah, I like it.
Seaside is asking for their map to be delayed, which I think we can do.
Oh yeah, because she's gonna be
Yeah.
BRB for a bit.
Let's
I
see.
didn't even realize Seaside.
No,
put in
but you could line up the edges, literally just telling you, hey, this is where the track is supposed to basically fall off. That's what I meant.
So our next submission is from, quote, anonymous and totally not Shenji, unquote.
Who?
Who?
I think I heard that guy.
Damn, it sounds like a nice guy.
Changers?
Rodeo rectangle.
Oh, fuck.
Looking for feedback on literally anything, leave no stone unturned, let me fucking have it, ignore nothing, except for the fucking bit of geometry sticking out of the road on the lower path, I'm 100% aware of that. And as for adding a single new item to cart, Asteron Spikes, the Starfish Badnik from Sonic 2, or a Carlton, Sonic 2 Centipede Badnik from Mystic Cave, that functions identically to the Piranha Plant from MK8. Alright, alright.
Hey.
Interesting.
gonna
Piranha
eat
Plant?
10
So
bananas.
before you switch, I do want to preface this with a little something. This is an existing map, and it is identical to its form in its current release. I am not looking to change whatever opinions people might have about this map, positive or otherwise. You can keep those. But that being said, I want people to approach this track from an entirely impartial perspective when giving it the critique.
You know what
I
that
don't mean
means?
anything in your way of the opinion.
Cart encore on, baby.
Cracks knuckles.
Because I got too much muscle memory on what I think this is.
The track is good.
Don't hold back, Stone. Give it to me straight, Chief.
What?
Right. So this actually has encore visuals, which I didn't know, actually, so... I guess I'll be judging according to those to some extent, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
But I'm
So you
trying to
added-
break my muscle memory here.
You added boost panels on that ramp.
I've never been up there.
Ooh.
I feel like something there got changed.
I've been up there actually.
Maybe it's the newer version.
No,
of
no,
that, I
no.
guess.
As I said before, this is identical to its current state.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Like,
ahead and... I'm gonna go ahead and use the non-encore...
What the fuck? Oh, I'm looking at the stream. Oh, god damn it. Why would Chenji, why?
Because I don't want you guys to say, "Oh, you know, this is my favorite map." I want you to look
But
at
it's
it
a
Alright,
good map,
so
Chenji.
now I get to invoke the words of power. Upward slope, right angle turn.
It's left, you idiot.
It's left, bro.
It's a left angle turn.
Right. Give me your stream.
I think you're given some sight on scenery elements in the back here, but then they go away as you approach. So I think even though you're given some amount of time to adjust, visibility isn't great there, I'd say. Hey,
What's that ramp for?
whoever's breathing into their microphone, please can you don't. So this section is always like the idea of keeping your speed to the reds here. I cannot... This turn is compelling, but it is ultimately like the fastest way to go through here is a straight up blind slip tide into the red springs. Which is kind of insane. Like, it's not even immediately obvious that you're eligible for a path split as you approach this. And when you hit those springs, it's kind of an anything can happen situation. And this in particular feels a little mean because you're like transitioning air to ground there and still getting a feel for what's ahead of you. As far as this cut here. Okay, so it's still not mowable.
It's kinda is, because you can still use it as, like, a shortcut in terms of, like, you can avoid that whole turn.
Oh yeah, you can... You spend a lot of time in the air, though, unless you've already got an item.
Well, okay,
Well,
the thing was...
that would be easier actually, because originally that had red springs, which allowed you to just like.
You could negate all that.
so you could totally
Yeah.
just swing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now if you
So that
take
was-
if you take this with like
It's a lot more committal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say that's a nice change.
I've been bumped into hell on this turn before, specifically because I didn't have air control though, so everything comes with a trade-off.
Yeah, the one thing I could mention about that specific turn is that if somebody gets hit back there, there's so much like off-road that's in the back that causes somebody to just like basically have their race nearly be over.
It feels like there are so many split paths in this section, and only one of them is even remotely close to relevant ever. Like, I was today years old when I found the outside path here.
Yeah, and the one spring that I
What
never
is
knew was there.
what is any of that doing there? It looks super cool, and I appreciate that it's available, but ultimately it's mad slow compared to the most obvious route through.
Wait.
Even if you
Well-
don't do the blind slip tide.
Forgot to take the
As
short.
the residential side path thing, it's good to have a side path like that, even if they're slower, to like avoid bullshit. But if it's too slow, then sometimes trying to
Ah,
be risky is better.
At one point, I feel like there was a yellow-red spring thing here that got removed.
Yeah, it's gone.
I just
Can you talk about that change? Because I thought that was a really interesting element.
So, okay, the reason I removed that is strictly because of the way that things I intend to keep secret about the, like, it's a V2 change.
Okay.
That's all I can say.
Alright.
Now there is one thing I noticed looking around at the course that like what the turn you're like the what you're coming up to now, Tyrone. Like, well, a little later on, there's actually another shortcut that I never
Oh yeah, by the way, why?
at least it has off-road.
This fence doesn't actually feel like it should be here at all. It's already weird enough to transition to the inside of this, considering it's completely blind, without also having to, like... Please tell me this isn't solid. I swear to God. There's so much setting you up for failure here.
Yeah, this cut is like it's inviting, but at the same time, it's like no, get out.
And it feels weird because taking the springs is almost but not quite as good.
Okay, wait, Tyrone, go back.
We gotta go back.
Go, yeah, go
Mark it
back.
off on your bingo cards, provided your
so
personalized bingo card has...
Go up to that ramp and like go at speed, like full speed. No, like the other ramp, like
This ramp?
okay. No, like, go back.
You are all so unhelpful.
Should I drive?
Okay,
Wait for
okay,
the back.
no, wait.
Now
Okay,
you gotta go
turn to the right. Turn to the right.
Path on the right.
That
Go up
that
there.
path right there, and then go off the
You guys
ramp.
didn't even say right. You just said go
No,
back.
no, you gotta go straight through it.
Yeah, that's still slow. We addressed that.
You
I was
gotta
gonna
go
say,
through the path over there.
I think the fact that this is giving you enough issue with the fact that people are giving you instructions on how to take it suits me.
Right across. No!
Yeah,
Right across
Tyrone,
what?
You gotta go straight.
Tyrone,
Not
can I
turn.
just drive for like a split second?
No. Also, you are the worst and I hate you.
I'm just trying to fucking.
Wait, this is a thing?
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
I legit
Okay,
thought
so
that
then
was
it's
the
supposed
cut
to
from the
break.
other side or something.
Hey, to be fair, it's actually on the minimap.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't even realize that.
I noticed it right when he took. I was like, oh.
That was one of the first things I tried, and I was super disappointed when I realized it was slower.
I legitimately thought that if I hopped into that window, I would be going backwards. Call me spatially challenged. Why?
No, it makes sense. I
Because
just
there's a lot of winding turns here, and it's kind of hard to keep a mental model of where you just came from. And I saw that shit, and I'm like, this cannot possibly go anywhere useful, right?
There's an arrow over the going.
There's an arrow
No,
over what?
Yeah, it
There's an
was
arrow over there.
No,
Why is there an
it looked so nice. I actually feel like that arrow should be over that window. Well, look at if I can get the camera angle.
Wait, oh, there is a spring on the grass. What
Look
the
Yeah.
look at how intentional
Yeah.
it looks when I line up like that. It's like, oh hey, jump in here. That spring? How the absolute fuck?
From the top path. That was
I-
my
Yeah.
original intent, although it is not exactly the easiest thing to hit in the world.
Yeah,
Big deal now.
that's pretty tight, honestly.
Intended to use the full air control that Red Springs give you, right?
Yeah, mostly.
I feel like this area has also kind of been weird for me in the past in net games. Because of like... It just seems like a huge amount of area that you can get potentially knocked around in jinx situations where like, I've actually been as far back as like under this ramp here with no rescue option. Like if you get cherry tapped as you're approaching the ramp in just the wrong way. And it feels like you lose a ton of time just because this section is kind of unnecessarily walled off. The scenery looks nice, but if that wall's gonna remain there, maybe a rescue pad?
Question mark?
We got all these auxiliary paths that are basically completely irrelevant to people who are trying to win. But we can't have this do something useful. I'm begging
I'm
you.
not sure that should all be drivable.
Yeah, this is probably not traversable in, like, a universe that makes sense.
Why does Twitch can directly fly.
Please
it is
stop
kinda
bullying me. If you had said something like go through the window instead of trying to give me directions left, right, back, and forward, 5 seconds delayed while also apparently on crack cocaine, things would have gone a lot smoother. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not blaming you. I'm blaming. What the
So okay, really quickly, the reason I use Daytona trees is for that specific reason alone. That is an intentional thing.
Man,
That was intentional?
Force.
Nice.
delete this inside pass so people have a reason to go through all the interesting areas.
Yeah, I always.
It feels so bad to get funneled through what is essentially a blind slip tide into hell, where like there are so many terrible ways you can exit this if you're not perfectly lined up, when there's a fucking tree skip hiding in plain sight. That's awesome.
You know, the trees are not just scenery elements. That was my intent with that. But again, the conveyance on that, not exactly the clearest fucking thing in the universe.
I always thought those catchers would hurt you because they hurt you in Eggman's nightclub.
Yeah, I wondered about that.
That's not very progressive of you, Chenji.
Yeah, I was honestly trying to avoid them when I drove here because like
I feel like
I just never went for them because they're really tight. It was like
Yeah,
a
it's a
really
little
tight
difficult
window
So
to get
yeah,
to them.
you would.
and-
I'm just gonna say it up front. If you had any fucking conveyance concerns with this track, you would not be the first, and you would not be the only.
I want to see if you can.
God,
God,
this is so fucking anal.
This transition is just so. There are like 3 or 4 separate solid elements determined to not let you have fun on this particular turn, and it's like, honestly, I don't feel like there's any like. You're given a super technical trick that saves maybe like 1/10 of a second here. I honestly kind of feel like this should just be fenced off completely. It's always
Maybe,
like it's gonna be contentious to do when people are already used to it, but
Why don't
And
I
maybe
like
you
Fun
can, like,
Berkeley? Because this
get
was
rid of the
literally my
fences
second map.
completely.
since I never saw a tree cut like that before, like in any net games, that's kind of cool. It's an unintentional but very fucking interesting cut in Daytona Speedway, and Lacey Summit, who is by someone I don't remember, uses them to pretty great effect in the opening turns.
Inferno.
Alright, thank you. Whoa, what? Did I go flat there for a second?
You did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think it was like a small bit of yeah.
Oh yeah, and then
Small
this
bit
is
of-
here, and I have never hit that ramp on purpose in my life. And it seems it's there, but it also, like... Let me think about the location where... It blends in to the back wall there pretty
No, it
badly if you're at
absolutely
speed.
Yeah.
So I think the only times I've interacted with this have been me getting surprised by it and doing that, basically. I feel like there ought to be. It's probably good that you can't do that considering the amount of cuttable area that's already here.
Oh yeah, can you put like more boost pads here so that we can make it and be like blown up by a mine at the jump?
Yeah.
Don't instantly die.
I am considering that. Don't worry.
Raise this maybe?
Possibly going to do that as well. All of this is basically being taken into account. I'm just going to have to take a while to get to it because whenever
for
I
sure.
open this up in Zone Builder, it has an aneurysm. Like, you want to...
How long
Okay,
does it take
back up.
to
I want to
actually
point
mount?
something out. I want
Alright.
to point out just how fucking bad this course is for me to touch. So this
Alright.
section right here... Okay, look around. Like, back up. Back up. See that? Poking out of the ground there to your right? Like that white strip of,
Oh
of terrain.
no.
Oh, no.
This is what I was talking about and what I told you to ignore. This happens like 50% of the time because Node Builder is fantastic.
Volcanic Valley moment.
Chenji, how
Guys,
long-
Bro,
don't
that
say
is a-
Volcanic Valley. Worst mistake of my life.
That's not a VVZ moment.
Chenji, how long does
Doesn't
it
affect
take
the
to
GM.
save this map?
What?
How long does it take to save on this map?
About 45 seconds.
Oh,
God, that's gotta make iteration the fucking worst. Jesus.
This is why I don't touch this map this often.
Relatable.
you're supposed to
This map was a mistake. You can enjoy it. That's fine. I don't care about that. Like, your opinions, you can hold those. But this map, in terms of development and sunk cost fallacy, it was a fucking mistake.
So this game's a gotcha.
Exiting this here feels weird. I feel like that.
No fucking wonder I added that.
Oh, okay.
God, fucking out.
So when Genji gets back from a traumatic moment of realization,
I'm back.
I feel like this wall could get brought in a little bit. So if, for whatever reason, say like the ramp is mined, but you still want to take a cut here, the exit feels a little bit brutal because the wall extends further than your clearest frame of reference for where it's safe to drive, which is this pillar. So it can feel a little bit like you got like slammed out of nowhere, especially because the wall is kind of obscured by the no entry signs as you come in. Where's the summer banner?
Right here.
Listen, we're gonna get swimsuit Eggman eventually. Don't worry about it.
Please stop. You can only get your point 2 rate.
Gonna get a fucking second mortgage for Halloween Eve.
Finally.
But yeah, I think that just about covers everything. Like, in summary, let me take the cool paths here by making them relevant, and a couple areas around the ramp cut where pulling back some walls and increasing contrast would help a lot with edge case situations where you feel like you're effectively going in blind.
Fair enough.
Anybody else? That isn't Genji?
I said everything I needed to say.
That was a 10 out of 10 map.
Fuck off, Barkley!
Genji,
Wow.
the map is good. The map is good.
You
Come on,
can
man.
enjoy it. You're
All right.
allowed to enjoy it. I won't stop you from that.
Fine,
but
we're
I
breaking
don't.
we're breaking the order. We're breaking the order and I'm going straight to Barkley's submission.
Oh!
Just give it the usual. No minimap, no level select icon, the music isn't looped, a few areas aren't really done visually, but it's fine.
Fine.
Fine, he says.
And if you could add a single new item to the cart, what would it be? Chaos Emeralds is a mechanic, :3C. Fuck off. What play?
Oh, here
Why
we
you make
go.
Lava for jartcast?
Why?
I've been looking forward to this, actually.
Where's the music, Duff?
I was about to say music's mad quiet, and the remix actually kicked in. These are good chords. Holy. Alright, Yellow Spring into... Oh, yes, the slope drop stuff. Wait, why? No!
Yeah, it's a bit.
You don't have much.
This doesn't read as shit.
Yeah, it.
The Moira effect here is so insane.
Yeah.
Whoosh. Oh, it's so fun.
Nice win.
Okay,
I know that jump.
a universe in which there is a mine exactly on that little scoop, though. I'm sorry, but I had to say it.
I'm putting one there.
Who was putting 10 there?
Well, they all blow up at the same time. That's inefficient.
Whoosh. Oh no!
Right.
Oh no! No! No!
Yes!
Oh no.
You know how to angle your walls so that you can actually funnel the player into there, Barkley. You're smart.
Alright, so obviously the slope drops are sick as hell. That is such a fun way of getting speed. I noticed that first in like Robotnik Winter, I think, and I have been waiting for somebody to go nuts with it ever since. And I guess it makes complete sense to me that it would be Barkley, considering no V2 slopes pros.
Yeah.
Of
I'm
course.
telling you, just be patient.
Yeah. Another rainbow.
Those dash panels up top are nutty.
Give me rings.
Oh, it's so fun.
Okay, so that's your substitute.
Yes.
Barkley.
Barkley's fucking
I'm putting my fucking arm on your shoulder. I'm sorry, just be patient.
Considering everything is fenced with this specific
Yeah, I don't
spot,
know
it feels
why
a
I
little
didn't-
bit.
I do want to fence that one somehow.
Okay, not solid. Very dead.
Oh yeah, I noticed. I made right before I put this up. I like checked them and I was like, oh god, I made all these solid. Time to change all that.
I actually, they look to me like I would never have naturally guessed that those were intangible. Honestly.
Yeah.
Like looking at it, it's like, oh, literally the point of the cut is that you have to go between these.
Yeah,
because
because
open world
the
bit.
cylinders basically kind of line an
People get
invisible
angry
road.
at me for the thinner trees on Angel Island, but these.
I'm gonna get mad at you for the fucking cut entry in Ice Cap, I swear to God. Every fucking race I watch 9 people die there. Because there's solid pillars on the entry at speed.
That's not nearly enough.
Anyway, I
Come on,
think
Barkley.
if I were to actually look at this, it's... you have no visuals in the lava here. So if you take this at speed, you don't really know where you're exiting. Like, you have sight on the fence, but it's not really obvious what it is until you get in closer.
That's an easy fix. I didn't really think about it. I could probably just legit just put a fence there and it would probably work.
Sick loot point.
You already said about the loot point. Oh, you can't even like this.
Fuck. Alright, it's back. The music's back. It's okay.
Barkley, this checkpoint count though, it's good.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Nightmare shit. Okay, so I think entry here being a little bit fragile because you have absolutely no air control, and it's more than likely people are gonna be like in the fucking end of race rush slamming each other. I see a lot of people losing their race to actually just like going off 7 walls.
That's fine. I don't think anyone should enter these the first time drift storm.
Well, it's not about drift storing, it's that even if you're not drift storing, if you're like angled at all, for whatever reason, maybe you have to like last minute dodge a banana, you get fucked up in a way that feels super punishing. Also, that's fine. Barkley's Satan.
Yeah.
Minor node build error there, I think.
Well, yeah,
Is there any particular reason
On
why
the
that
floor, that
section-
might
Yeah.
actually just be a raised thing. I forgot.
Is there any particular reason that particular season? Goddamn. Particular reason.
Any particular
that,
seasoning?
That the areas with lava are actually like darkened and not full bright. I would make those
I think
full
I
brights.
got lazy with some of the lava.
I would make those full brights so that's evident that there's lava.
Because I wanted to get mainly the layout out, and then I just did a quick... I wanted to make things not all fucking... green
Everybody
flowers.
gets a rainbow here. Why is there even a sneaker cut? Everybody probably gets a
those
rainbow
slopes
there
are so
too.
fucking good.
Igo says, my biggest complaint is being set back 10 seconds because checkpoints are only on corners, so I over-checkpoint things. Nah, it's okay, you can just use card MP respawn and then have everyone complain that it's Satan because one time they died on Midnight Channel.
One time they died on fucking... the night sky map.
I actually wanted to ask Glad about maybe making wind not affect you while you're in respawn state, specifically because of that, because it never looks like it's intended.
You get a rainbow no matter what on that. It's base.
Yeah, then why is there a sneaker cut there? I'd rather use my sneaker in this section.
I mean, if it's faster, a sneaker for the cut, then I don't know. I thought it would be faster.
Whee!
It's a friction, right?
You have no idea how much I had to try to make Grow work with these fucking slopes.
Alright, well, let's see the nightmare.
The last jump's gonna make you go like, uh-oh, Most of them are fine. It's the last two that are like...
Watch for the grow. Yeah, do that. Yeah, watch out
6
for
springs. This game sucks! What the fuck is happening?
Nice.
That one's fine.
Get ready for some stupid bullshit.
Goodbye.
I love it. It's featured.
Oh, my head.
I missed it, but
I want fucking diagonal springs on the ceiling.
Hell yeah, I can do that.
Actually, be kind of fucking sick. Like, totally do that.
Grove specific features. Let's go.
Yeah, no. You have the grow specific boosters in Ice Cap. Make grow specific springs.
I swear to
In fact,
God, I
make
saw
them
somebody
bigger.
talking about shrink-specific cuts the other day in Cart Crew, and my brain actually started pushing against the insides of my skull because it was growing so quickly.
Nice.
Oh, I think
Grandma-
he just stopped. He let go of Excel, so the jump was more.
Tyrone, did you know that Grand Metropolis unintentionally had a shrink bone cut?
Oh no.
It was at the beginning.
Probably something to do with, like, one of the ramps, right?
There was a small gap in between the moving path that you could squeeze through.
What is going on with the lighting here?
I think that's a different texture entirely.
Huh.
No, it's lighting. Don't worry about it.
All right.
It's light. Woo!
oh,
There you go.
Nice,
It's not
nice,
funny anymore.
Desne.
I don't know what causes it.
Yeah. You might want to just put rescue springs down there or something, honestly. Just for the inevitable. Barkley, one time I had invincibility and grow and I got hit by the SPB and bumped by 7 people at once, and also I had acrobatics on. Your map sucks.
Bruh. Everything.
Gunless is currently grimacing because he knows
It's
that's
weird
breath.
though, because like I don't know what exactly causes that to happen. Like it's obvious what happened. Like you just skipped the slope and you went down.
Yeah.
The slope going up at the very end is it starts non-slope and non-physic, and then it has physics at the very end.
Oh, it's so fun!
Let's go.
Yeah, I'd say, like, on a
Yes.
layout basis, I don't think any of these turns, like, jumped out to me as, like, bad to read or anything.
I don't really like making hard turn maps. I like trying to just make relaxing.
I want it to flow.
Yeah.
All items like.
Visually, it does feel kind of box room right now at the moment. I know you said that the visuals were not finished, but that's
Yeah,
like...
I need to like I need to just get more stuff. Like I want to put those little things you could go into that you have to spin dash and they bring you up.
Yeah, yeah.
Those few places. If you remember though, Lava Reef is actually a very simple level.
Oh, for sure.
For most of it, it's actually just like the wall texture and like pipes, and also my bad.
And it's just like, looking out on, like, this area in particular, it's like... It's locations at this where it doesn't really feel like this is a location that can exist. It feels like a cart map made out of box rooms.
Yeah.
And so I'd encourage you to go nuts on the scenery, but I also know that everything about Zone Builder is an unending nightmare realm, and that the moment you try to do anything interesting, it'll light on
everything
fire.
after like the wooden like section, I guess you'd call it, is very much just like I just put whatever I could to make it not green flowers.
Legit.
Yeah, I'm gonna do more. I'm not. This is not the release.
For sure.
Like this section right here feels good. I like this, and this section needs a little bit.
I dig
like,
this area. I feel like you could...
I agree with the bridge. The
bright,
bridge is
bright,
kind of-
bright-ass lava. Because the lighting here feels kind of inverted. It feels like it should be bright on the edges.
Is that all I need to do, Chenji? Is just make it full bright?
Yeah, I would just
Okay.
make these sections like.
And then
a lot
here,
of-
I'd... If you want this to exist, I don't think this texture is enough. I think you probably want to, like...
Raise it or lower it?
You want to bring the jump to back here and then slope it, probably.
Okay.
Just so it's visible, because right now the Moira effect on this at a distance is that you have no clue there's red springs, but not only that, this far back, you don't really have any clue that there's a jump either. There's like, what gap? This just looks like some kind of textural element. Maybe it's just an off-road cut. Maybe I just shrew through this from here.
It looks like you just barely jump over the
Yeah. You don't know how badly I want to place an egg box in the air, because he bothered to randomize this set, and now it's got me thinking.
Oh,
I was gonna say midair.
That's what you're
set.
supposed to do.
Well,
But
no,
you
not
don't
for
need to
midair, that's-
randomize
you
a
don't
midair
have to.
set because you can't place an egg box there. The reasoning behind randomizing sets is so that player-placed egg boxes look like they could plausibly be part of the set. And yet this looks super regular. Or at least, like, relatively regular?
Well, there's my item idea. Egg box with a propeller.
Bro,
Okay,
do you remember Namelos' balloon mod?
Retool egg boxes to be able
Yeah.
to do that if you're not. Oh my god.
Yay! 3 more years!
Yo, I
Tyrone,
actually want to do a Lua for that.
Tyrone, I cannot believe you actually brought up Namelos' fucking balloon items. God.
Yeah, no, if you place an egg box in midair, it instead becomes a fucking balloon box.
Yeah.
What if the bubble shield, but it griefed you even harder?
We miss you, Nam.
But when the world needed him most, he vanished. Also,
Yep.
what the fuck is happening with spring direction and grow here? I thought that shit was fixed. Like, didn't I get a base game fix in 1.2?
It was fixed, but it's also not.
Why does that happen? I don't understand. I
Barkley.
hate Grow.
Yeah,
you
I
go.
don't
What are you
think
doing?
there's any way for you to
When did
normalize
you-
the
wait,
effects
wait,
of
no, no,
these.
When did you activate it?
You know,
Right here?
I'll hit my clip button
Yes.
and pray that it
Sprig
works.
was-
But,
Yeah,
but
okay, actually, I can confirm, if you activate Grow super early into, like, going, like, right when you hit the yellow spring, you activate it, that'll happen.
You having fun there, Tyrone?
I just,
Get off.
Stream
I
is
think
having
it's
a-
really not okay for you to be able to be.
Well, there goes Barkley.
What do you mean, bro?
Unplug your computer.
You're done!
I think his internet just literally died.
Forfeits.
Yeah, I think that's about
I
right.
think he's right.
That's the only appropriate response to that, I think.
His computer exploded.
Anyway, I don't even know what I would do about somehow being able to be down here. It's like, if you get items or something, there's nothing for you to do here except die, because there's no, like, rescue springs or anything.
I mean, boost panels?
Oh no!
Actually, wait, can you even recover from this?
Welcome back, Barkley.
Oh no, there's not enough speed when you respawn!
If I take it straight... Yeah,
Oh,
you get
okay.
barely enough if you take it straight. But not on normal, though.
Yeah.
If you're on normal, you're fucked, I think.
Yeah.
Because you don't have enough starting speed to build.
Barkley, did you test this on Chow? Like, easy speed Chow?
Fig chow.
Think,
Speed, Joe!
pretty sure he said earlier that he did.
Good.
Did you test this with Big the Cat?
Yeah, I dig this layout overall, except for the inevitable situations where someone is going to get stuck for 25,000 years. Which are like... you got your fucking work cut out for you on, like, putting robust enough safeties in to handle every situation of that kind. I do not fucking envy that work. This feels a little bit empty, this particular sequence of turns. I feel like maybe all it needs is boosters on the top edge like you did for these ones over here. And then that also risks playing out the mechanic. I don't know. The slope drops are just so fucking fun. Yeah, leading scenery, I think. Just really any kind of scenery elements there. But man, it's just so fun to keep speed here. I really dig it. Some of the most fun jumps in any community course I've ever played.
Yeah, gotta say, looks fun. I'm eager to try this out in my games.
Alright,
Speed retention.
Same.
so Seaside is back, so we can fucking reassert the normal timeline. Alright. Looking for net game testing, you still owe me for the soda baths you took last time. Listen, as long as that shit isn't a working cut, you owe me.
Okay, I'm back.
About that beer, I owe.
Noting a few misplaced windfalls, software jank, and a misaligned minimap. And as for a single new item to add to cart, this is longer than anybody else's submission combined, by the way.
Oh.
Goal of fireballs from the Sonic series. You get 3, they orbit around you, they do not block projectiles but can spin people out and vanish on hit for doing so. When fired, they roll a distance then become a stationary hazard. Upon collision with someone, the flame vanishes and they spin as if hit with a banana/ball hog. Alright.
I actually like
Fire,
this.
That's interesting.
Seems interesting. Alright, map after G.
Cherry iceberg.
Oh hey, you're gonna attempt that cut
That's
again,
a new
aren't you?
slope. Is it? Fuck that, I refuse to engage. Let me not Rigosh that time.
What the fuck was that?
This is some solid snow.
Man, talk about cold reception.
Shut the fuck up.
Talk about low budget flights.
No food or movies.
Sonic sucks, Mario's better.
Oh no, what have I done? Oh my god.
Does this count as a jartcast specific Easter egg?
Yes, it definitely kind of.
It's not even an Easter egg. It's just like,
out
hey,
the fucking open.
It's just telling me to fuck off.
yeah.
I respect it. You win this time.
Spend your 2 hours elsewhere.
Why is this bad? I get at least one stupid reductive comment in exchange for that. Why is that? Why 2 layers?
The ability
Kinda
to
sucks
slide
that
off
you
the
got
side
ice
wall.
blocks from that.
I think that just kind of ruins it.
Legit. Why is this here if you're not supposed to do the first thing that I thought of?
It's
Why
a
is
way
it not just fenced?
It's a preventative measure, but also
got
a
him,
way for
GG's.
people to, like, fuck someone over.
And you brought out the wall just in case.
Wait, there's an opening at the end though.
Oh, there is.
On the wall. Don't think about it though, Tyrone. It's not possible.
Definitely impossible. Of course people are telling me to do it. They want me to sit here for 2 hours. So these
They
got
want the
changed
I
to
gotta check
brick
something.
walls.
I gotta fucking check something.
That's fine. I think they will.
What did you put in that snow to make it so solid?
Holy shit, this reads. All I'm looking at is, man, imagine if there were horizontal springs on
Oh
the
my
side.
god!
No.
Nope.
Vacuum. Get down from there.
Be gone.
Be gone!
See ya.
You have gone so fucking far to make this not a thing. Why can't you just let it be a thing? Why the fuck are these here if not for you to do something interesting with them? I'm so
got you.
mad.
They got you mad about it, so. Mission accomplished.
Oh.
The death pit needs to be higher. I can be pedantic too.
Holy shit, Tyrone.
Jesus. Honestly, this was probably ready for release last version if you're as committed as you seem to be to not allowing any sort of joy or hope into your life. So, I don't know if I have a lot to say here.
Come on, Tyrone.
What am I supposed to say? Actually, I like that you took this potentially interesting track feature and instead turned it into dunking Tyrone into the fucking drink.
Definitely.
It is pretty funny, though. And, as I have said so many times before, and will now come back to bite me in the ass on this exact moment, funny is more important than good. Keep it.
Oh yeah.
This is a good camera angle.
I mean, we've talked about this before. The layout's pretty simple and hasn't received any significant alterations, as opposed to, like, there's no off-road up here anymore, you gotta respect the turns. They do feel pretty tight, considering you're, like, immediately introduced to this and you have to adjust to the ice physics right away. I'm kind of okay with a chaotic net game start, but understand that you are basically kind of consigning yourself to the Vanilla Lake 2 court of public opinion if you do that.
You can do that.
Maybe there's something there. I doubt you really save much time, though.
Better angle.
These panels feel kind of scattered, and I'm not really, like... As a transitional element, I guess. It's just... Now I get to say this even though the chronology on this is completely backwards. This slope is channeling fucking Tooge energy. And then we arrive here, which is like...
Oh, now I remember what Tooge is.
Now he knows. Now he remembers.
It's that fucking clip where it was like, what the fuck is this map now?
Yup.
Bonk.
What is that?
Just checking.
Now I know.
Ooh.
Is there a gap in the snow?
Oh no.
Go back. Go back.
I think there is.
Yeah, it's turn left.
There's a gap
Turn
over
left.
there.
Is there? That looks
Oh
like it.
no.
Oh no,
that's
I guess not.
Huh. I guess just for visuals then? Makes sense.
It's just a friendly little note.
Friendly little note.
Over there. I see something clear over there.
So yeah, honestly, Seaside, if you're done with visuals on this, I think this is probably good to just get released at this point.
Yeah.
We'll see, These downward slopes actually turned out to not really be a huge problem in net games the last time we played. Keep the Tyrone W. Never...
Get Tyrone activated instead.
I want you to clean up the border on this. That's all. That X is going 1 pixel into the black border.
I think it's also at an angle too, like a slight angle.
You now have to do extra work for this shit.
If you want a shit post, you're gonna have to do it right.
On Encore, just change that flat to fucking Tooge.
Seaside saying there is an RA exclusive cut.
Oh god.
Oh, you're actually using the line depth?
Huh. Interesting. I don't think I can bail out right now to take a look at that, so I'll leave it a mystery for the moment, but... Yeah, I think... As far as, like, silly, chaotic four-lapper, this is good to go, I think. If you're visually done with it, then fucking ship it. Fuck. Anybody else?
Huh?
Looks like a nice little four-lapper. Can't really say much.
The last slump was missing a bit of its
I
texture.
enjoyed it the last time I played it. So.
Looking forward to the revisit then.
Yeah.
Let me really quickly check. Alright, so next up, I think this is our last submission before we go to netgame testing, is from Chowbrother. Looking for directing and fairness. The track is more technical than normal, anything else is fair game. Any known issues / quirks I should mostly ignore. Upward slope into fuck turn. Those are Chowbrother's words, not mine, actually.
Fuck turn.
And fuck is capitalized. Sector detailing is incomplete. Song usage from the OST rather than a game loops, there will be fade out / silence. And if you could add a single new item to the cart, what would it be? Radial bumpers. They deploy immediately but push out a short distance with the item button. With proper timing and location, they would inflict disastrous dumps to nearby opponents. You should talk with Roy about your item ideas.
Wouldn't it just be like telekinesis? You can just push people away?
It's no use.
Forbidden mama.
Alright.
Did you just say it's no use?
No.
Porter.
Yakuza 4!
You're actually not funny, Porter. I swear to God.
I wasn't even attempting to joke. It just sounded like he said
What
snow.
are these boosters?
A lot of boosters.
I missed everything. That's awesome. So I saw a GIF of that scenery in progress. Apparently, it's like 100,000 control sectors.
Oh hey, right, Crimson Corridors.
Ooh,
Colored though.
that last one was a little dicey, but I think the rest
looking
were...
for the fuck turn. Is this the
Okay, hold on. You can't just fucking do. What the fuck? You can't just fucking do that.
Bruh.
I don't think that was the fuck turn, Tyrone. I think that might be the fuck. Oh, whoa.
This is zesty.
This is pretty wacky.
I like it though.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm a big fan.
Shoutouts to actually using the Crimson Core arrows in a way that ensures the fucking tell is readable at all points in the cycle by offsetting the animation. They look sick that way.
Play on this.
That's pretty good.
It also contrasts really
That's a
well
lot
with
of
every
design.
other element on the track.
Yeah, like the bright orange on the brown. Very, very good.
Yeah, those slopes are pretty chaotic. I wonder about that.
Oh, brother, going in.
Visually, I think this track looks really good.
Oh, you went airborne. Holy
Yeah, those
shit.
float physics, I can see these being really volatile. This particular turn,
Whoa!
that's not like,
we got
that's not
there?
a real thing, but let me take a look at, with everything else being so aggressively banked, upward slope into like an almost completely flat right angle, even if you're given time here, because of the contrasting visuals here, I think the context switch is a little tricky, and I can understand people screwing this up here, specifically because you don't have sight until you've actually gotten over this ramp.
God damn, you've made me like Crimson Core arrows again, just from that usage.
Can't believe it.
Kind of an interesting little synthesis there, where like the paths that were previously cycling are now
Right.
split, and I totally thought there might be something down here. Why did I think that? Let's take a look at this. Well, you can't see the death pit.
And there's a little ground right past it.
Yeah,
And
so it
that's
looks
on
like
the
there could
island.
plausibly be some kind of scenery down there. Hey,
bet
Tara,
there's,
you
like,
think you
an
should
Easter
drink
egg
some
there.
water sometimes during fucking 3-hour streams?
Yes, water is important. Stay hydrated.
I was gonna say I got a bottle of
And that's it.
Aquafina right here.
Uh-oh, bottled water.
And water and water, water.
And water and water.
God
Yeah,
damn
this
it.
is... I think
We'll
getting
never-
launched and bounced off the fence here is... I'm not sure what it adds to this section, because the gap isn't visible. I think it could be an interesting element if you knew there was an element of risk there, but as is, it looks like the fence is flush with the slope approaching here.
So, a bit of explanation, though. I think, without being the author of this map, I don't know if this is the original intent, but I think they're literally just trying to go for the petroleum refinery thing, in which, like, because of the way that slope physics work, there's a quirk with if you have something that's, like, slower than the incline's exit, he will automatically launch you into the sides.
Yeah.
Like, the thing is you can't go back down. Like, I get the intent with it, but it does kind of feel a little, for lack of better terms.
Yeah, I think most people are actually going to ride up this and then bonk in some fashion or another.
Whoa!
That exit... Let me take a look at that again and make sure I know what you're actually seeing when you're lined up there, because that's gotten me a couple times. To be clear, I totally feel that the intent to make this technical, and so I think changing the timing of things may not be necessary, but changing the point at which things become visible is probably important. And this is kind of a weird visual to come up on, especially considering you start seeing it maybe around here. Maybe like at the apex of the turn if you're being generous and you're reading super far ahead instead of routing through a panel. It definitely... You don't really have an intuitive understanding of like how large that gap is, or whether it's a slope or a jump, or whether you're going to be able to get airtime, or where you're intended to land. So I can definitely see people just kind of whizzing off into the unknown without really understanding what's happening to them. The fucking roads, dude. Jesus, alright.
Was there something missing there?
Yeah, I thought I saw a little bit of a gap here. Let's see, sector detailing is incomplete, he said, yeah. This is super neat. Like... I don't know if the visuals feel really cohesive with, something about this... There feels like there's a mismatch between the actual, like... design of the environment versus the design of the track elements.
Yeah, no, I see that. Like, you have a lot of, like, ruin elements with a lot of, like, technical elements. Like, you have a lot of, like, computer equipment and stuff, like, as the floor texture. And, like, a bit of iron grading.
Yeah.
But then you go out here and you got a lot of, like, masonry and stuff like that. And it does kind of feel like it clashes.
And I feel like you can do techno ruins, but it also feels like there's not really a lot shared between the palettes of the scenery and the palettes of the track detailing. So they feel like they're kind of from two different worlds rather than being like a cool fusion of the two.
I would actually like to. This is something I bring up all the damn time, but like having a condensed palette is a very, very good practice.
No,
because
Shenji,
actually-
palette limitations are bad and make me angry. Where are the yellows?
Fuck. No. But what I mean is, like, you have elements like these, like that obviously have a different tone, and like I like that you're keeping a lot of like the scenery in here, like to look rustic and stuff like that. But then you have a lot of the like more colder tones with the steel flooring and like the grading, and I feel like there's a bit of a contrast there. I would try and see if you can't find like an in-between color for whatever rest of the textures you're using and make them feel a little more cohesive.
And if you want like the big standout element here to be the crazy blue and purple roads culminating in the path split at the end, then maybe try to reincorporate those shades into the scenery as well.
Yeah.
Because this is fucking neat. That path split is fucking cool. How far up does this go? I feel a little uncomfortable, but I get a rainbow, so it's good.
It's useless.
Can I actually take this from that far out? Nah. No luck. Maybe if I go absolutely as far out as possible. Yeah, no chance. Is there something on the inside here? There's... The silver just kind of disappears on the slope up. And at a glance, I thought there might be something off towards here. Yeah, this... I detect drink. I don't feel like it would strain credibility to just put a fence here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this feels super chaotic, and given your positioning of the dash panels here, I get the feeling that was intended, at least to some extent. But as is, I'm not really sure if it feels like... There's a stable path through here that hits panels, for sure. But I don't think it's possible to read at a glance how that slope actually functions or where it's going to be sending you, and so it doesn't feel like a technical challenge so much as like, oh, well, I kind of had to get hit by it once. Surprisingly, I think I'm kind of okay with these right angle turns.
You go through here slowly?
Because you're given... These are pretty spacious, all things considered. You're given the consistent reference of the pillars in the back, so that you have some understanding of how much room you have to work. I think the only one that feels crazy is, like, this very last one. Just because you're immediately, with, like, absolutely no lead-up, transitioning into, like, a booster jump with no air control. It's one of those few situations where, like, if you don't feel like you can move that further out, maybe Red Springs would be appropriate. The right angle stairs turns don't feel too bad to me right now, which is weird because I'm, like, usually the #1 person who hates that shit. I think they're reading all right to me. I can definitely see a distracted player struggling. Let me go back and take a look at that. Because, I mean, like, Jawbrother called it out himself. I get the feeling those are probably going to be kind of contentious. People are saying biosatellite vibes here. Yeah, so you're given a lot of lead up for this one, so it feels pretty reasonable. But then the follow-up, I think, comes pretty quickly. It's like if I had to pick a problem, that might be the one. It's that you have pretty much no visual cue until you're already required to commit to this line here. And I don't think I was able to find something that worked pretty well for me on the sight read, I think, but at higher weight it might be a concern. And I think it's Mari talking about this. Do you want to go into detail? Maybe share your thoughts on this? Because I think these are relatively tame as far as sloped right angles go. It's definitely not how I would have chosen to connect this section, but... Inner wall of spirals blocking your side of the rest of the turns. Yeah, I could definitely agree that, like, bringing the wall down here so you have some early sight on the stairs up here as you descend. And yeah, also, this cool little gap here.
I just posted.
So yeah, I guess this section could be opened up by just dropping on the walls. Like, basically every one of these brick walls could be probably dropped to half height to give you a little bit of room to see as you're going over the slopes. And it would probably make the section flow a little better without compromising on the actual layout of it. Okay, and apparently I got distracted for 1 second and fucked up there, so... Yeah, because this is... There's signage here, but trackside isn't great. And the contrast is pretty low as well. It's all browns and grays, and without a banked outer wall, it's not really clear, like, where actually stops becoming unsafe. This is a cool overlook, though. Even more is making it hard to detect the edge you were looking at. Yeah, definitely that too. There's... Between that and, like... Oh, this is traversable. And then... Yeah, if I were more ambitious, I might end up trying to take that with a sneaker, thinking, oh, I can get an edge on that fucking cut. And then it just dumps me out against a wall. I think this one is more reasonable, but as I said before, you don't have a lot of time to adjust to... Oh, there is a back wall here. I'm looking at this thing, and I literally thought it was a death pit drop for some reason. Because it's fucking
conditioning, probably.
Brown on gray on black. The scrolling textures do lead you to the turn pretty well, though. It's the, maybe it's the placement of the dash panels here that kind of feels like it obscures the inside of the turn. This could be moved up a little bit to make it more clear, like, what kind of room you have to cut the inside, while still basically serving the same purpose.
Or you could substitute that with a visual, like, indicator for a different type of, like, boost texture entirely, either making that, like, you know, a mid-texture.
Yeah, for sure. And then the path split here. Can I switch paths? Not for any actual reason, but you can.
It doesn't even save you time, it's just more like, hey, I'm here now.
Yeah, so it's not like MK8 Rainbow Road stuff, where you want to switch paths in order to get optimal time.
Yeah, it's not like Mario Kart 8 Rainbow Road where you literally just go straight and win.
Huh?
You just hop over the back of one of the split paths and end up on the other path, and you trick off it so it's just faster.
Yeah.
I know we talked about this before the other day, Twill, but Mario Kart is fucking dog shit.
It is.
I'm so tired of that game. Oh, there is a cut there. What? But blue on blue prevents you from being able to see the death pit here.
Well, so they actually lined it up with, what is it, the weight of the, like, glowing bits steel, I guess?
Yeah.
Steel slash ice slash whatever.
Yeah, but not only is it pulsing, but you
like
can't really see it on the far wall. Like, on the very, very farthest section of track here, it's not really clear that it's there or even what it represents. Like, it could be that this is just off-road. Because it's using the same color as drivable area, it's a little bit difficult.
I would actually try and keep that as a consistent element throughout the entire track to help designate what our edge is. Like, this is obviously, like, I look at this and be, you know, the steel blue, like, with the fact that there's, like, no variance in elevation against the white blue. Like, when you look at it from, you know, straight on, like, that's not going to be super obvious that that's the edge. But, like, you are lining the edges, like, floor-wise. I would line them wall-wise, too, so that they're, you know...
Yeah, a consistent cue for track edges in basically any freestanding path might help a lot with readability, especially in the back half here. Although I totally get the desire to go for, like, the hard light bridge one-color turns. I respect that deeply. And I think these don't really need any help with, actually, like, once you're on the path, you don't really need any help following it. I think it's just transitional elements like this shit here.
Okay, it's worth a shot.
Legit. No, I believe it. Although it does make me wonder what the purpose of some of these Blu-ray areas even is.
Just as a wall to not. I don't fucking.
It's like because from where I'm standing, if I'm exiting here, looking at this, that seems to do nothing except obscure my forward path. The blue slope on the right. Like, you take that down, and suddenly I can see super unambiguously, okay, this slopes up here, this is the inside of the turn, I'm good to go. But with that obscuring it, you're kind of fucked. Like, it's super non-obvious where the actual entry is. So yeah, either you make it a wall or you drop it down, IMO. I think that's all I've got to say on this for now. Anyone else?
I think that about covers it for me too.
I haven't really talked about this track, but I think it's good.
The most like tepid.
I mean, I
won't
it's a
play
good
on
map.
this.
I'm ready.
I want to see how it plays.
So takeaways are just visual consistency and coherence, and like cleaning up conveyance on turns where like outside walls obscure forward path.
I feel like one thing I do want to point out though is that the less textures for like the sections with the masonry, the better. Like, to keep things a lot more visible from a distance, and to keep, like, again, a very consistent palette throughout the entire map. I feel like that's the best thing to do.
Alright.
So we're piling in.
We sure are. Although...
And
I was gonna say turn rigging off.
Rigging off on the way.
This
Find...
race is rigged.
Zeroth place.
Me too.
Zeroth place? Who was cheating?
Yes.
You also rigged that joke on the.
Yeah.
Dude, I swear to
Fucking
God.
Gunlap made the joke first! Fuck!
Yeah, but
I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you.
You have to be a leader, not a follower.
God damn it.
Okay, so this slope is already trapped with like 5 things.
Yeah, there's a lot here.
Oh yeah, remember to add hit feed. Are you proud of me?
Yay!
Yes.
You had horn mod though?
Nah. We do enough screaming.
That's fair.
That's
Make
yeah.
your own horn.
Horn mod is for communication among people who aren't already screaming at each other.
You're spinning forever now.
It's like I'm cute too.
I pushed you. How do you feel about this?
All my settings are reset. This is weird.
Oh,
Yeah, you should have brought your cart config over. Gummo's on a new PC.
It's in my transfer list, but I'm trying to do other things like transferring over ISOs that are too big to live.
did you at least transfer over
I
like
still
your
have a
Steam?
copy of Chessmaster for the PS2 on this PC, and I have no idea why, and every single time I do a disk space check, I look at it and I'm like, I can stay.
Yo, get Chess 2.
I have Chess 2, the online doesn't work!
Bruh, just parsec it.
The local multiplayer doesn't work either!
Bruh! That's a... come on.
Fantasy Strike is now free to play, for whatever that's worth. So I'm kinda hanging out.
Man, I don't know how I want to feel about Fantasy Strike.
Oh, come on.
Oh, I did
it's
not
not
expect
over?
this. I didn't expect this to be a 4-lapper. I forgot.
this
Yeah,
could
I
probably
kind
be
of feel
3.
like this is good at 3. Yeah.
I was
Tired.
ready to
Because
die.
I finished my lap at like 145 or something. I think there are actually just no cuts here, which is why I'm just chilling out.
There's one cut at the end, but it's not very strong. What
If
am
you
I
mean-
gonna do
if
with
you
Oh yeah,
miss-
there's like an end of lap cut that saves half a second. So it's the maximally offensive end of lap sneaker only cut, but then it also doesn't do anything.
What am I gonna do with 3 shoes at the end where there's like 10 million boost pads?
No cuts, and I was given bananas and orbinauts while you're far away. Unlucky. Agreed.
Actually, there's like 5 boost pads, not a million.
Wow. Wow.
Actually.
You're yellow
Oh,
now. That's
fiber.
my attack.
It's pretty chill.
It's nice. This fiber thing's nice.
Nah, eh.
Be apprehensive.
Dude, people mashing egg boxes on the slope is awesome.
Did I push today?
It's the exact opposite of awesome. It happened to me. I'm hurt.
Oh, okay. Now I'm sad.
I'm hurting, Gordon.
Now I'm
Yeah,
super
And I need
sad.
to get patched up.
Gordon!
Yeah, I'm hurt pretty
I
bad.
had to make sure you did not perform
Hello,
any
Gordon.
FBD. Poor Don.
That upward slope is a little bit weird now that I'm looking at it on Encore. The slope before the last 2 turns.
Ah, fascinating.
No.
Your
You
shirt is
bastard.
blue now.
Why?
X. There's 3 egg boxes all right next to each other.
I hate mine. I didn't think that would hit me too, Luki. I was like nowhere near you. I thought I had space. I was respecting neutral.
What the fuck just happened there?
Well, that was an interesting exchange.
Who else fell off?
Two fucking mines.
Yes.
I was
thought I-
lot of
max range.
explosives.
That dodged me an Orby.
This is a neat palette, though.
It comes out of nowhere.
Dude, this slope is actually amazing. Holy shit. It's just a fucking nightmare.
This is the real fuck turn.
The real fuck turn was the friends we made along the way.
Now I'm all the way back here.
Shut the fuck off.
You have no right to tell me to do anything.
Shut the down.
Oh, that's off-road.
Yep, that's awful.
Damn, you really hate the fact that I was making those puns earlier, huh?
It's real bad, Chief.
I don't feel at all.
When the pun hits just wrong.
Fucking slope turn. Slope, whatever.
Oh,
I
I
got
love you guys. Fuck no.
Bang.
You're in struggle town.
Why does
USA.
like net games make this track a lot more interesting? Holy shit.
Because there's more
Because
interaction.
every fucking slope is covered in nonsense.
There were
Oh, that's
I'm not
rough.
actually in 6th, am I?
No. Editor's note, he was actually in 6th.
Oh, I was
Okay.
actually in 6th.
Brew.
I could use some of that.
When are we getting dynamic shrink timers?
Can't use too many card MP features. Gotta keep it close to vanilla. Alright, so. What the hell is going on?
The fuck slope.
That slope is...
There was
It's
there's the
amazing,
slope,
really.
and there is also the spiral turn where I keep on feeling like I need to release mini turbo sooner than I should.
Yeah, I stuttered a little bit on the spiral turn as well because the downward slope kind of... It's like, where is the inside wall actually?
Yeah, I just ended up blue chaining it throughout the thing. I didn't really want to hold for red.
Turned out to be surprisingly fun though, I think.
Yeah, I had fun. I front ran on the
The
second
big
race,
the big
right.
fucking parking lot shit absolutely leads to like super crazy trap item mazes, which I think is a good niche to carve out for yourself if you're consistent about it. And this track
Absolutely.
definitely is.
I kind of feel like aside from that one slope though, it was pretty easy to read overall. Like I didn't have any issues.
Yeah, very
Wait.
friendly turns. Even the actual upward sloped right angle turn was pretty friendly because it signaled way in advance.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a very beginner-friendly course, I would say.
All right. Next up, Ghost Godzilla's submission.
Oh, Raceway GP.
Oh, whoa.
I didn't realize that's what this track is called.
We did this for you.
Oh, I mashed and somehow I didn't get it. Unlucky. Oh, uh-oh. I don't like that. I'm not having fun.
The fun will come to you. Thanks, Porter. You actually saved me.
You're welcome. I wasn't
You actually
intending
saved
that.
me, you know.
Ow.
You actually saved me. No?
What are
What the fuck was that?
What you see is what you get. Just a hedgehog that loves adventure.
I'm
Just a guy
Sonic the Hedgehog.
I have
Sonic
died
the guy.
twice in ways that do not feel like my
Hey.
fault at all.
Hey.
Hey, wouldn't it be funny?
That wasn't a banana.
Yeah,
You
wouldn't it be
can't
funny?
just take my joke from me!
Hey, wouldn't
Love
it be
Live is
funny-
better.
Whoa!
This is a threat.
I actually want to die.
Yeah, Tyrone, can you give me an exact street address?
Let me go outside real quick and I'll tell you. Hold on.
Thanks!
Jesus. Yes!
Oh, someone died.
I'll keep this for my
God,
personal
were
love.
you aiming for?
We're gonna know like
That was my own fault, I think.
we're gonna remember this.
I was gonna make a pun, but I stopped myself. I'll figure out me.
Fly
What
mouth.
do you think, Porter?
Stop thinking.
Wow. Oh.
Eventually, Porter stopped thinking.
Oh no, I can fall down there?
Oh, that was a flag. Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, that was close.
Specifically to midair jaws someone. That is so fucking toxic.
Oh my god, I took the inside slope of that turn and it launched me off it into the fucking
Whoa.
pit.
Alright.
The oil slick waterfalls are very strong if you don't have any speed built up.
Yeah.
Alright.
As in,
Please do not tell me.
Porter!
Tyrone, spec me.
What? What did I do?
Step backwards for
I'm watching
me.
you,
That
Gunma.
was on
Alright.
it.
Why?
Okay, hold on a second. I fell off earlier there. I'm gonna save the replay for that. That was... I lost like 15 seconds and my race was over.
I'm scared about Encore.
That midair jaws was so toxic. I literally ran into off-road specifically to do that.
Bruh.
Get you for the long. I don't know anything about Love Live or Idolmaster.
What are
I just
idols?
say one's better than the other whenever anyone mentions either of them.
You know who else does that?
Hmm?
Tails gets trolls. Is that what you want to be? I don't think that's what you want to be.
I'm so mad.
What is that banana
No.
doing? He's going for the
You can't just say that, though!
figures.
So,
that
man!
turn we just passed, Runa, is like the scariest as my stat block. I have to brake super hard.
Hey there.
Whoa! Get in there, Porter.
Somebody says Kaon is better than both. I respect Kaon for what it is, and it's good shit, but
Watch out.
source material bias, I can't agree 100%.
I've watched one episode of Kaon, and I actually felt like it was the feeling that you get after eating like a bakery brownie in one sitting, knowing that you shouldn't, except for my heart.
Alright, then.
Sorry.
Hasta la
Last
vista.
get fucking decked.
Get off my line.
Luckily,
I was trying to think of the zombie one, but I can't remember if it's called Zombieland Saga or something else.
Zombieland Saga
God,
is
the
pretty
oil.
damn good.
Yeah, Zombieland Saga's some Kino shit.
Can you guess where does Show by Rock fall into this paradigm? The furries taking over our counterculture.
does that mean?
I don't know. I'm actually 10 years old.
Okay.
Yes.
I believe you. Don't worry.
Oh my god!
Not a single person is going to mention wake up please.
It is actually the sneaker cut after the first turn. Literally using a sneaker anywhere else in that item set is better. What is fucking... Hello?
Yes, hi, how's it going?
Okay, so I'm dying somehow to the Yellow Spring sneaker shit. Like, I'm just taking it, and then dying to an invisible kill plane.
Maple, did you take the inside slope? When you finished the race. I think I saw what happened, so I was like, wait, what the fuck? And I was like, wait, hold on. Oh.
There's a death zone there in case people get memed at the jump. I'm getting memed at the jump by your death zone!
Foolish, man.
Nah, it's okay. They're pulling a shuffle square.
Like, I'm just dying to it when I'm taking the jump completely normally. That's super not okay. Oh, the other jump, I see. Yeah, I think you might need a different way to mitigate that, then.
Possibly.
Hey, Chinji.
What's up?
Seeing as how your submitted shuffle square is the same as it is in the release, do you think we should go over it?
I don't think it's necessary for net game testing. If you played it in net games as it is right now, it's the same as it should be. So,
cool.
You can omit that for time.
So, thoughts?
I like the course in terms of like theming and the overall layout.
Those outside turns are...
Yeah.
Check some of the
little
slopes
rough.
to make sure that they don't launch people in the pits.
Yeah.
The
The one
aerial
thing I
waterfalls
would
are a little
do
aggressive.
is I would still, like... So what I would do is, you know the section with the very first breakable rock? I still feel like you should help designate the road so that it diverges to the sides.
I also do want to say, the like turn into immediate other turn, like that specific one.
Yeah, that I
felt
think
like
we
was
all
a
know
lot.
the one. The
Yeah.
super tight S-bend where you can't see the second part of the turn until you've already committed to it.
Yeah. It actually felt really easy for me to take as a 5-speed character. I don't know what stat blocks this
It's
I was also
because I think
on
the
16
correct way
I
you
did
take it
one
once
turn.
you actually know that it's there is that you don't take the first turn at all. You go straight and you fucking take the second turn.
Well, I mean, I was able to take the first turn, and then I was able to immediately line up for the second turn perfectly.
You fucking memed a blue out of the first turn because you're playing fucking low weight 5-speed maneuverability heroes.
Yes.
Playing a top tier. Understand.
Shut the fuck up.
In the
Barkley.
immortal words of our Lord and Savior Stanford Kelly, pick a top tier.
Sakura is only debatably top tier with haste.
No, I think the stat block I'm playing right now is top tier. Otherwise, I wouldn't have fucking allowed for Eve to be those stats.
Why do you think I said Shadow's the best stat block forever?
Barkley, didn't you used to complain to me about playing Joker because he was the best stat block?
Listen,
Because
I'm not
fucking
wrong.
ambiguously bottom right has dominated net games since the beginning of time. Even
Yeah, but it's not like-
even
not
in a
actual bottom
post-haste society that we live in.
I mean, but it's not possible to overtake like a bottom right player.
Even after haste, nobody fucking wins consistently with left side at all except for like Mari. There are no gamma mains.
I mean,
Unga
yeah,
bunga
but-
chunga.
I mean, you're right.
I play Mido. Does that count?
I mean,
Yeah.
Ibuki, you're right. I do play dishonestly, but that's with any character and any stat block. That doesn't change anything.
So you're just a dishonest person. It's okay.
Anyway,
It's fine.
the course.
I
mean,
liked it. I just those slopes is the only thing that bothered me. And actually, that starting like shortcut. I don't know. It seems a bit strong. I don't know.
The starting shortcut is not a shortcut. It is the main road as soon as somebody opens the wall.
Oh,
And
never
There
mind.
was the.
you just mow the off-road and then take the pads every time.
It's kind of nitpicky, but the first ramp is kind of like you don't immediately like see what you don't immediately see the road ahead of you, so it's kind of a little hard to determine like in the encore version it was a little hard for me to determine which way to drift store. That it's very minor, not really like super worth pointing out, but I felt like if I had something else to talk about, might as well be that. But yeah.
Somebody just pinged me saying that if you deploy rocket sneakers while your rocket sneakers are falling off you, the host mod Lua mitigation picks up the rocket sneakers that were supposed to be dropped and reattaches them to you. When the fuck can you deploy rocket sneakers while your rocket sneakers are falling off you, unless you did exactly what this person did and cart debugged items 250 rocket sneakers?
Based.
Oh,
For those rare moments we
I-
do that too.
you might want to check out Sire's gift real quick
Alright, I'll take a look at this.
in voice text.
Oh yes, that's the place I kept dying. So they know about that. That's intended to be a death pit for the other jump. So that if you get knocked away, you die early. But that probably needs to be mitigated with literally anything else because people are getting hit by it in completely legitimate situations. Anyway, I think next up is Ivo's. So let me hit that encore button real quick.
Ooh, here we go.
I've been looking forward to this.
Whoa.
Oh,
Never mind.
that was an idiot.
Never mind, I hate this map.
Well, that was an interesting interaction.
Take that!
Ivo, please
Don't
make
worry,
me
Kenji,
better
I
at
got
the
one.
video game so I can enjoy your courses.
God, those fans feel like they're straight out of Sonic 2. Like, the only thing that would complete those fan sections is if you could make the player rotate.
God,
Like,
the
make the
DNF
player do the
sound is,
rotation
like-
animation.
I think frame is writable. You probably could.
The DNF sound is fucking me up for that.
Yeah.
Makes me think people are raid specking all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, who's the dick that
Tyrone!
What? SPB?
mine.
Very scared. Very scared.
No.
It's okay.
Oh, that's super rough.
Oh my god, Dankies, you saved me. Thank you. And then I
not having a
squandered
great
it
time with this
immediately.
farce.
This what?
Ivo says, no, you dragged me off the stage in combi. You deserve pit. Only because you veered a hard right for no reason. Yes, I remember the part you're talking about. I'm the best combi
wanna talk
partner.
about
I will
Tyrone?
not accept this slander. I got so tilted in RDX combi the other day because people just drive like morons for no reason. Like, okay, pop quiz. You're playing combi, you get spun out, your partner is in front of you. Do you A, drive directly towards them, prioritizing maintaining speed and reducing tether distance, or B, drive in an S-turn for no fucking reason on a flat plane?
Yes.
Why does nobody know how to play?
I think something I'm noticing is these like sloped half pipes kind of shoot you in the sections that make me not want to go into a sloped half pipe. Like at the start here, I'm gonna clip this.
Oh god.
Oh, never mind, I couldn't clip it because I had
Oh yeah, it does sound like the F-Zero explosion, doesn't it? That's kind of fucked up.
I think
Yeah, it does use that sound effect.
I think it's because it is.
And I have the Kirby Superstar boss death sound effect over that, so I noticed immediately.
Yeah, it's using.
There's a cut there?
Yeah.
Gonna need the
Yeah.
entire Milky Way Wishes end cutscene on the F-Zero explosion.
Not to use this joke again, Gunman, but always has been.
It's better than a pun. I'll take it.
Ava Shark
It's a
says,
meme,
see, you
not a pun."
bonk them forward like you're kicking a ball on a bungee cord. Yes, and to do that, you drive straight towards them.
Yeah, that was really cool. I was surprised how rough that was for my stat block.
Yeah, that was.
Like all these, like, I need to get gifts.
Those
because I'm not
last
really good at
turns are
explaining it.
so hard.
Well, like those last turns, if you realize there's that half pipe there, so if you take the half pipe, you get launched in.
Yo!
Alright.
Fire.
I mean,
On one hand, cool. On the other hand,
Visibility.
one
Oh.
fear.
Well, at least the music is justified.
Mania fucking handed you this one, and I will not complain. Oh, this is interesting. Now I'm actually sadder than I thought it was possible to be. So that's neat.
Depression.
Does that really say Disco Inferno in my...
Yes.
Yeah, there's a
console
debug
feed?
print left in.
Ah.
Is that Bobby?
I was just curious.
Control
I
F
was not
literally
around
any
when
one
this
of my
part was
scripts
going.
and see how many times I debug print fuck in production.
Yeah, but that's cool.
Oh yeah, the fucking friction makes it weird to enter there. Whoa.
Do the cha-cha slide.
Also, my frames seem to take a pretty big hit in the Nightmare Turn section in particular.
I'd imagine because it's
Oh
a
my
lot
god.
of slow
Oh my
FOFs.
god, please help me.
No.
Alright, I got a good gift, I think.
But you're also
Fucking
running an
come on.
OpenGL, so if you're taking hits in OpenGL, that might be concerning.
Well, my benchmark is that I get 500 plus FPS on most vanilla maps, and so if something is taking me to like 100, it's probably going to represent a pretty significant performance concern for people who don't play this game on spaceships for some reason.
I'll post these gifts on
Yeah, my frames are dipping a little bit, but not too much.
I'm staying at like
Are
200.
y'all on interpolated or?
I'm not another potato anymore.
It might
so-
be, it might be model colorizing, honestly. It's entirely possible.
Dude, what the fuck? How are you guys doing so well in this track? I'm eating dick.
Yeah.
That's just like a passive ability? Oh, hello there.
Yeah, dude.
Passive skill.
It's a class skill.
Yeah.
For what job?
Decromancer?
Zone builder. Zone builder.
Necromancer.
Okay, so like one thing I want to compliment you on, Ivo, is the soft item sets in the bank slope turns. Very nice.
Oh no!
Whoa, I go so fast I can't turn.
Apparently the tint is actually literally just a fucking... It's not like fog or anything like that, it's actually just probably a V-screen fade.
Huh.
It looks nice.
Could have fooled me.
Jesus, I hate this so bad.
Yeah, those
that
last
half-
couple of turns are...
The half pipe going into the last few turns, you're just gonna die. Don't even hit the half pipe.
You want to get it to move, haven't gotten there yet? Ooh.
I guess to have this, I can play this offline and get a gift for you of that last turn. Just to show you how rough it is to even enter it.
Alright, so... It's fucking gorgeous! God damn it!
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
hate it, dude. Dude, you're not even
One
a
thing
mapper.
I do in it. Okay, so after playing on
is
it,
a
one
mapper,
thing
though.
I
You
do
make
want to
map
point
on
out about the
mod
visuals, though, is that the grading flooring on the like upward slope FOF turns, like in the spiral section in particular, it does read a little bit noisy, and actually, at the end of that spiral turn, it's very easy to mistake like constantly going right, because that to me feels like immediately following up afterwards that should be the same direction I'm going, but no, I actually have to turn the other direction as soon as I exit that spiral, and it's a little bit jarring, but other than that, I really like what I see.
Yeah.
I still feel really weird about the exit for the slide, because I tried taking the shortcut pretty much every time I got the opportunity to, and I couldn't manage it.
You're
Like, I've
sliding
always
for
bumped
so
on you.
long, even as you're trying to line up for it. I feel like you have to perform some fucking miracle active turning to actually cleanly enter that.
Like 100% slip tied all the way through.
And I'm playing Sakura, mind you. Like my
You lose the friction too. So
my
easy
like
to-
handling is.
It feels like the only stable way to take it is with two sneakers, one to get in and fucking slam the wall, and then the other to actually get through.
Yeah, that's what I agree with as well.
Alright, next up, I think Marshes.
Yeah.
Runa dice?
Runa dice?
6-7. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Alright.
Thank you, card. Very cool.
Whenever you're ready. And yeah, the weird shit about that kind of cut is that I guess this is the weird tech, is that you cancel your friction immediately as soon as you enter fucking boost state or like invincibility. So if you take that section with invincibility, you're actually going substantially slower than you would be if you didn't have it.
I am in open GL, Steve.
Yeah, it might have just been a random crash. Those happen.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's tricky as hell.
I definitely saw a couple people understeer for that first turn.
Ooh, I was pulling out.
Big.
Wasn't too bad to course correct, but it is a little bit difficult to get a feel for the distance involved.
With that. That for
Silver Surfer and F-Zero, Real 2019.
Damn.
I died.
Oh. Hi.
We're going down. You gave me a speed boost and
It's a long
trade
drop.
off your
I
life.
flew. Yeah,
Ding dong.
I'm sure it was already
Meow.
gleamed, but something
Me? I.
teleport to center.
Don't worry, Mario got me back. What the fuck even was that? Just imagine Chenji right behind you. Me? Gungaga.
Fuck out.
Me? Azusa.
No, that's not okay.
This isn't how you're supposed to play the game.
Wait,
Do we
that
need a salty
banana
sweep?
that
Wait.
banana go through the
Amazing! You actually got owned by Rage Spec.
Chenji got so angry that he broke something.
I
Fucking hell. Hang on, let me change my nickname.
This track on Grow is so good. This is your brain on Grow.
Oh god, I'm scared of trying to drift store that, because it's not obvious that it's gonna fling you. So I keep trying to do it on fucking reflex.
Oh, I drift scored on the
I'm gonna fly again, aren't I?
Yeah, because that one doesn't. That one just lets you go.
Oh, are you kidding me? They walled that off? Damn it.
Damn it, damn it.
Oh!
Damn it.
fine.
Damn it, damn it, damn it.
Damn it, damn it, damn it.
Okay, I get a ping spike every single time I die on this track, and I don't know why. Like,
Is the map your router?
okay, not that time, but like, I don't know. It's weird.
Should have not have
I know
responded
there's
to
some
whatever
weird
it was.
knock-on effects with latency when you die. Like, when you die, your latency as exposed to Lua actually goes to maximum for 1 frame. I have no fucking clue why that happens, but...
It just
When
kind of
you die-
hung there for a second.
When you die in the game, your ping dies in real life.
I believe it.
So I definitely had a front run time.
Yeah, I was close to you for like a bit of that, but
There are.
Got him.
Oh,
god damn it, Chenji.
Me? Azusa.
Me? Gamaga.
Grab water name.
Alright.
I'm Android 16. I have no other options.
Bonk.
Ow! Get off me.
Oh, I just want to go fast off this fucking slope.
Oh my god.
No Coops, I'm still Tito.
And note this
That
now.
much hasn't changed.
I think maybe a little hard.
Fourth row.
Everybody having
The
the same
ancient
vibe right now,
Hawaiian
huh?
Yeah.
used to say, "Names don't wax."
I don't think it's actually been pointed out thus far, aside from like a brief mention. So I just want to say that the I'm not sure about the fucking like when you hit like the dash panel, it like teleports you to the middle. It's
Yeah.
like Rev.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
yeah.
mentioned.
I brought it up.
It's
I
super
brought it up.
sus.
Yeah.
I bounced off of you on the first race and
Yeah.
pretty grisly death.
Yeah, that's just a simple flag check.
Yeah.
Nothing.
It's a flag change, but it's something that should be brought up because
Yeah. It's pretty easy to have that. I feel like that's pretty easy to recreate what happened between me and Gundam.
I mean, me and Trail did that the first time we went through here.
Oh, that's not a nice checkpoint.
Okay, wait, hold on. On that, on the beginning strafe, because I feel like last race I had a ball hog that like completely disappeared.
Yeah,
when I, like,
yeah. Here's the thing. With that first section, like at least like where we all start off on, every item you place there just vanishes. Because I know I threw a banana, and it basically phased through the floor.
That's really strange.
And Mario, like,
God damn it.
Rude, I followed you.
Man, please expand that landing just a little bit. People are gonna try to restore into it because they don't know that it's gonna fling them. So, I will not be the only person who dies there. Oh, God.
Oh, fuck, I missed a set! Who took those items? I missed a set.
Mari, that was fucking
I noticed
rude,
the ramp
Oh,
that
this is how I
does that.
drown.
There's that ramp, Tyrone, and then there's similar ones that actually...
Yeah, so there's the one that flings you, and then everything else will actually just let you boost
Everything
off
else
only.
is just a ramp. There's nothing special, but that one was a boost ramp. How am I in fucking third? I've been eating...
I wasn't first.
Oh
my god. Mari fucked me.
Yeah, it literally just disappears.
Yeah.
I tried to throw an Orbi at two
That's
and it was
rat
like...
area shenanigans.
I threw my Orbi and it was like...
Hey, I can snake on this man.
I saw it come up behind me too and just like fade away.
I don't think it would have hit you, but it was funny to see it now.
So got the what was the cause of that?
Tag would know it better since she's the one who actually dealt with it, but...
You're the one that's making the jokes now, god fuck.
Look what you
What?
did.
What's up?
You made the fucking pun, Chenji.
Gongara Ara.
Hey, Warlord, Warlord.
Call up Raiko, she's gotta go farming.
No!
No.
But yeah, thoughts on it. I actually liked it on the Encore run. Be it that was the only run I managed to fucking finish, but
I thought the items were a little bit sparse. Maybe I'm used to more item casts than that, but
yeah,
I felt like I was
actually,
holding sneakers for like 5 to 7 seconds before the next set, which is pretty long.
There's a lot of downtime, I think especially at the end where there's just like, it's just one long straight away. I know Barkley brought it up, but... Like, especially with the issue with items, it's like you're just sort of waiting there and somebody who's got a higher speed can just, you know, sort of edge it out. Just some thought for food.
Yeah.
I wish I had some food right now.
Food important game.
I'm fucking starving.
Maybe I should do cookies after this.
Yo, happiness cookies?
Yes.
I still haven't made those cookies yet.
Because you're a coward and a fraud.
Anyway,
Next up is Nova Fire.
You're gonna like walking on Tyrone and like shit's on fire and he's gonna be like, it's okay, it's normal.
It's all good. It's all good in the hood.
It's okay. If I'm in the kitchen, nothing will be on fire.
The only thing that's gonna be fire is
Vaguely
those
on
cookies!
sentiment.
Bingo.
Barkley, you're a good person. I think it's important that you know that.
Hey, that snow didn't have off-road on it.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna kill someone with this.
Oh, okay. You're gonna kill two
Another
someones.
one.
Why?
Engage in mass
That
violence.
was an actual scream. That's something I'd hear in a movie. What the fuck?
Did somebody pick a? Oh god, I know what happened, and I'm sad
Is
about
that
it.
Mary Jane?
That's like the fucking Speed Racer scream. He's going over
going
that
over
cliff.
that
Sorry.
Were they actually recording
You're
a
actually
real
a robot.
human dying?
I couldn't do it in time.
Right. Shout out to Charge Man Ken.
He's going over that cliff, Origins.
So yeah, you can literally just lawnmower that spell.
Oh, Jesus,
No.
what am I doing?
Oh, my
My team joined me in the mistake zone.
There's a lot of chaos happening right now.
Why is that fucking scream not a hellhorn? What have I been doing all my life?
You didn't ask for your parents' permission.
I'm releasing V6 tomorrow.
Oh shit.
Let's go.
Where?
There's nothing based about that. You stole my item.
No, I'm in the off-road now.
Even Shark says, the Speed Racer clip sounds like they shot him with a fire hose immediately after. I can't fucking deal with this. The image that's created for me.
Rogue tire bomb, I hope you're
For an equivalent image, just for the rest of the stream, every single time Runa makes a noise, imagine like someone just running up to her with a tarantula in hand. And just shoving it into her face. It's equivalent intensity.
I almost.
Also, I went from fucking first to 7th. Cool.
Vertical finish. Everyone finished within 10 seconds.
Wait, Siren got first?
I went from like 13th
No.
to 2nd.
I'm talking about
Based, cringe, based, cringe.
one.
Say on this for people.
You are not cringe. You are not unbased. You are poggers.
Fucking god. Our brains are just rotted out at the core. You fucking goddamn it.
This is what it's like for my sense of humor to basically be the
I
stupidest
see the
fucking
wide
thing
turn
on the
and
planet.
like I start drifting and then it's like, oh, it's not actually that wide asshole. Nice job.
Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of awkwardly chaining blues, but only sometimes.
I'm like in first and I'm like in off-road. Like this is, why am I still in first?
Oh, that was something.
That was pretty. None.
No.
Well,
Yeah, that's what it feels like. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing
Bruh.
Bringe.
Oh, why didn't that hit you?
Bogus? Vinted?
What?
What?
Bogus Vinted.
The fuck? You keep saying words and I don't know what they mean.
Don't worry about it.
Yes.
I don't really know what words are either.
Imagine
Ma'am.
saying words.
Damn,
fuck?
words are weird.
You are cringe. Fuck you.
I'll have to post the Bogus Vinted
Yeah,
emoji
no.
afterwards.
At least the bogus.
You
Yeah,
are
we
just
can
saying
fuck on
words.
this map.
What the fuck is happening? I feel like I'm having a stroke.
Stop driving into the wall!
Everyone continue to speak in
You
word
gotta wake up.
salads.
I'm sorry, I
Don't fuck
can't
with
stop
Tyrone.
driving into the wall because I feel like I'm having a stroke.
Let us speak the ancient tongue.
Wake
Well,
up.
being able to cut
Green
both
man.
those ice turns at the end is pretty fucking strong.
So, Chenji, you want to repeat that just one more time?
Are
I
you?
said
Now you sound like
Bogus
you're happy.
Vinted.
Vinted?
Yes,
No.
Bogus Vinted.
No, you stepped on
Those are
me.
words.
No.
And I know what.
I'll post the emoji afterwards. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
Sire,
okay.
I got that shot, Runa. I'm gonna save a clip, and it was a good shot.
Maybe it was. Caught me off guard.
Oh,
Didn't scream about it for once.
Dude, I'm like taking cuts and then
You
just getting
say
hit by
it
like a
like
group of people. with
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
that
Racing in this game is like fighting against a pack of wild dogs. Holy fuck. Jesus.
I mean, I
hate
definitely feel like I have the IQ of a golden retriever right now.
people. Yeah.
great. This map was
I feel like I'm constantly in the shitpost.
Here you go.
I feel like this
That
map just
explains nothing.
actually
I'm actually more confused.
Bogus Vinted. What the fuck? So it's Dark Souls related, but like, what the fuck?
It's bonfire lit, but it says Bogus Vinted. See, now it's funny because it makes no sense. You've understood the humor of it.
I can't get to my keyboard right now, so I can't make a funny.
Fate, stay mad. Fate, stay mad. Come on.
I'm sorry, Master. I have to go all out just this once.
Coming at you at supersonic speed.
Okay, so the track was good, by the way.
The ending ice turns, I feel like you actually can't win if you don't get a sneaker to skip those. Like, it's not possible. If you have to do the ice turns legit, you're just fucked.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like this map has the blend of difficult driving plus strong cuts such that it compacts the pack into a get hit by an item and lose 10 places.
Yeah, everyone
yeah.
felt really close the entire time.
The track itself also does not necessarily feel friendly for people playing, like, stat blocks that don't handle very well. But I mean, like, that's the point. Ace physics exist.
Yeah, ice plus 9 weight is...
You hit that note perfectly, holy fuck.
Imagine liking Earthbound and having to deal with this particular phase of memes.
What is that music even used in Earthbound? Like, where is it?
You fight
It's a battle theme, right?
Is it?
The sanctuary.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, the dark signage, I'll reiterate that probably needs to not be like that.
Yeah, I would say, like, make it, like, they didn't sign it or something.
Yeah, I think it's just the S-turn cut. I don't know how I'd want to nerf or remove that, but you literally cannot win if you don't get a sneaker to skip those 2 ice turns. They are so much slower if you're trying to do them legit, so... Next up... Skipping over Anonymous who isn't Shenji. We have... MapGG is a really fortunate code to have reserved, by the way.
Right?
Cherry berries.
I am both cringe and based. Jaced.
The perfect synthesis of based and cringe.
The instrumentation of the first notes of the song remind me of
your shadow!
Why didn't... Okay.
You saw it.
Okay!
You saw it.
Sure if you don't thought.
I don't like this track. I hurt my feelings and called me names.
Okay.
Bam! Get in there. I am Metro Sonic. I will push you to operate.
What? Right person.
Okay, so somebody got a lap skip.
I am still on lap 1.
Same.
Huh. A lot of people got lap skipped. Time to turn on checkpoints, I guess.
Yeah, I'm still on checkpoint 11 of 11. Oh, I think I know why. Let me go in with boost. Let me go in with hard sneakers.
Oh yeah, I jumped the finish sector.
It's because you go too fast.
It's good, you go.
I'm not griefing, I'm trying to get a lap count!
It's too late for me.
Stop ball hogging the road!
No.
It's okay, I live here now.
Wait a minute, that was a punt.
I'll stop
So,
racing
net
out.
game testing has revealed the map does not net games. Pretty simple fix, though.
What? Who's holding SPB?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a pretty thin line.
But who was phone?
Me.
So you just have to brake at the red springs. That's
Stuck at the corner.
so. This is the power of Buck Sparks.
I love it.
Welcome to Touch the Jelly 2.
Bonk. Goodbye. I don't even get the water skip. I just instantly die.
Hey.
I didn't even lock on you.
Hey.
Okay, that was...
Alright, I got my 4 laps in. I'm gonna go over here now. Wait.
Get from over there.
Oh, I realized I've just been skipping laps and I didn't even realize.
Yeah.
We talked about it earlier, and then basically.
Yeah, no, I know. I just didn't think that I would be. Oh,
I didn't think.
that's unfortunate.
I did it. I third.
Video games are fucking weird.
Man, these fucking downward slope turns are fucking rough.
I actually
really
kind of
gotta-
like those. You stall out for a while, but it's an interesting. It's okay.
Oh, I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying they're rough.
Rough to adjust to.
Will, are you having fun?
Yeah.
They're a lot better with.
Trying to see if I can land somewhere.
Yeah, without
I
bump
have-
spark, this would be probably pretty suffering.
Yeah, I know. I'm like,
Might be able to get there.
Barely.
Barely. Chenji, I'm coming.
No.
I'm a faster step.
Yeah, but I know how to use an item.
Oh, I missed it.
I think you need to go faster.
Get owned, both of you.
Wow.
I mean, I technically crossed the finish line first, so I won in spirit.
You didn't cross the finish line technically, though.
Fuck off!
And you didn't even touch it.
Crusties. Fucking.
All right,
God.
so
How about I cross up your fucking shit, Barkley?
No.
Wait, this is just
That were Vanilla Lake. Great.
vanilla like.
White cherry.
What's the white?
Why did I think I was going right? What is wrong with me?
Oh, that
I
might
think
be
I was drawn
problematic.
to the red ice. Not how. Yeah, this is the way to go.
it's cotton candy flavor.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, cotton candy flavor.
Man, now you're just making me want cotton candy and ice cream.
This looks even more incredible on the Encore palette.
Woo!
Oh well, shit.
Explosion.
Holy shit. That is a really bad place to skip.
Okay.
I'm really glad that I was spectating.
Okay.
See the things that I do for you, Seaside? And this is how you repay me.
Looking that later.
I almost went into the. I went into
If you keep that, you're terrible. That's not okay. I mean, comedy course, sure, but oh god, good luck.
I skipped
Oh,
a
and I
lap.
passed it. Oh, you're getting back in the.
No, no, no! I need to go back and touch the finish line.
Oh, you're right.
Fucking fitness gram pacer test.
The fitness gram pacer test. Oh god, I'm dead.
It's a multi.
It's a little bit different from how I remember it going, but you know what? I'm not gonna trust.
Whoa! I checkpoint tripped.
I'm not gonna trust.
You know what's great about this, Seaside? You could like remake this track in the future and then just throw this in the hell. And be like, all right,
Duh.
base.
That is maybe the most backhanded thing that I've ever heard you say.
Or you can't just do this.
Oh my god. Oh my.
Nah.
Oh
Saying
my
that from
fucking
experience, and that I put my maps in the map hell. Old one.
Is my strength.
I have skipped laps.
My name is Barkley, the creator of
Several
MMBC
times.
Toy Factory.
Yeah, I skipped 4 laps 4 times in a row last time. It's just not where you want to be.
Where's the Toy Factory remake, Barkley?
10!
Okay, that was pretty good.
Luna, why did you die for your life?
God, your neighbors
I've
must
discovered
be
the
worried about-
tech.
Your neighbors must be scared shitless.
What does that mean?
Are you okay? Did someone invade your home? No, I'm just playing video games.
Oh.
Game paused by Fate Stay Mad is a fucking power line. Anyway, I think
Relaunch
We've
Yeah,
kind of
because
said what needs to be said on this. It's a very simple layout with one very simple problem at the moment, so...
Yeah.
This is some of the worst fucking net game names I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
And then there's just
I feel
Mari.
These
be
are
like,
all,
"Hey,
like,
Mari."
almost psychotically bad.
No.
I don't want my keyboard, so...
Uh-oh.
It's Yakuza 4 time, Porter.
About to get on.
Dark Falls Bridge.
Harmonica Annihilator.
Emergency! Code Bridge!
Emergency code based.
Emergency code. Bridge.
Oh, see ya.
Okay, that was the funniest fucking thing that's ever happened to me in this entire fucking video game.
Dude, Tyrone, we went to an advanced quest yesterday. We had a PSC burst that lasted like 30 minutes.
Almost made the recovery.
Dude, those are the best. Next time y'all are doing advanced quests, I need to fucking finish leveling Force and Ranger. Hit me up.
Yeah, make that too.
I need
can
all my
actually-
fucking class boosts so I can say I'm properly min-maxed.
I can actually get a gif of how that. You know, where you're talking about that slope making the turn hard to read.
Yeah.
I can get a gif of. I think it's actually. I got fucked up at the section right before you entered like the purple blue.
What's
I kept
crazy is that
drifting.
those right angle turns are actually crazy forgiving if you know what's coming.
Holy
GIF
shit.
and put it in
I missed those hiding
Like, you can take them super fast if you know with confidence what's going on. But if you don't, then you'll take it as 4 turns instead of 2 U-turns.
I'm so sorry.
That was a shot.
You get downward slope at the start of the blue path.
Yeah,
Split is a
really?
little
I couldn't
scary as
tell.
well.
Alright, actually, I got a gif now. I kind of overdid it, but like it shows what I mean by it's kind of hard to read. Because you didn't show it off what you were showing off something that needed to be shown off. But I think.
Oh god, too early, too early! Fuck, 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 fuck. Get away from me!
No.
One fear?
Oh, yeah, if you mash, you can totally chain items on that last part.
God damn it.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Had to try it for the science.
Evil exploiter.
Friday night. Yes, with the science team.
No, with the science team.
I swear to god the game ups your fucking hue odds if you bumped a wall recently.
I love the science guy.
I'm the engineer, not a science guy.
I keep forgetting what's behind some of these 90 degree turns, so I'm currently like in the back.
Wait,
of
does
the
that mean you
pack.
solve problems?
I like how we're just completely acclimated to it.
Oh, you saw problems on the What is Beauty.
Well, you went through the track
I'm
like
sorry.
50
I like.
People
I, like,
held a
recognize-
conversation through the sound of someone being brutally murdered.
Some
I like.
What happened to you?
I like recognized that it was a mine a millisecond too late, and I didn't get hit by it, but it fucking terrified me.
I'm gonna play something just for stream.
I mean, we always have the option.
It's my favorite fucking posts on SoundCloud.
I post the reels. Why did they autocorrect that? Naruto running slow.
If you haven't checked off Late Night Idiocy yet, check it like 12 times.
Bruh, it's like what? Only just the end of the... It's like the middle of the evening before the start of the whole night.
We haven't even got to the shitpost map where people just fucking drop mines on my fucking like ramps. There's gonna be a gay baby Jill, I guarantee you. You're gonna be like, how do I
Ooh,
get out of
I'm
here?
digging the encore here, though.
Oh yeah,
There.
wow. Holy shit.
Why do I feel like this palette is actually
Titanic
more
vibes.
consistent?
I don't really like the red brick here, but everything else looks good.
Oh,
I like the red and green brick. It reminds me of like Christmas colors.
The red and green is actually a good color scheme. Like it's complementary
They're
color.
contrasters.
Yeah. That's why Titanic. Why I was bringing up Titanic Monarch. It's literally, I'd say, one of the
Oh, the
best
other bottom half saved me. You saved
color
me.
schemes you can use for a zone like that.
We're not doing that whole line again.
Zelda, you saved me.
You saved me.
Good.
Damn, I didn't match fast enough. Watch out.
Watch out, you're gonna crash! Ah!
Yeah, we're not gonna do that anymore, right? Yeah?
Watch out, you're gonna crash, Sigsev.
Out of memory.
I was fucking certain that Porter would be the only person to laugh at that because of how goddamn stupid it was.
Oh!
I mean, you read me like a book.
Watch
You read me
out.
like a goddamn book.
What?
Oh, what?
That's not even
what?
a sound! That's not even human anymore!
That was like admiration and surprise.
That sounded like something I'd hear from like one of the characters in Donkey Kong 64.
I was just about to say, this is like, this is the sound of Diddy Kong wave dashing across the stage.
I think directioning is a little
This map feels
definitely a little rough.
Yeah,
feels
there's
like
definitely
probably-
a lot of walls that don't feel like they're particularly justified, and they just block off sightlines. Damn, how are you supposed to take that at speed?
Oh my god. No, not Fat Bitch Deluxe.
There's two hope though, for what it's worth.
Yeah, a lot of the conveyance stuff seems like it's really simple to fix, truthfully. Oh god.
I was kind of expecting massive fighters playing on Dark Souls. But Speed Star's pretty okay. Akiyama's theme was good.
The other thing I'm thinking is that you spend a lot of time on this map in boost state, so it feels really hard to come back.
Yeah, this. I'm trying to think of the cut. The S-turn cut is like the only thing I can
Yeah,
think
the
of.
S-turn cut is like nearly invisible.
It's also extremely strong.
Yeah, the staircase spiral, it's such an easy set of turns if you know that it's really just fucking two 180s. But if you're taking it turn by turn and like reading it as you go, it's kind of tough. I think, like I touched on before, bringing down the walls there and opening up the opportunity to see the inside of the turn from anywhere on the turn, it's probably worth doing. Anybody else?
I like it. It's one of my more. That's one of my more favorite Shaw Brother maps after racing on it.
I keep getting gotten at the rainbow part, the split part before that.
Yeah, the splits have really sharp turns right after their slopes, like the initial slope.
Yeah, that caught me off guard on more than one occasion. That was one of the things I screamed over, actually, because it caught me off guard.
Yeah.
When I'm going into the first colored path, I keep thinking that it's closer than what it looks like, so then I turn in only to find out, oh, it's wide, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, it seems to be just conveyance stuff and, like, maybe just a pass for visual consistency. I dig the layout otherwise. False angle. Fucking Christ. Alright. And I think last for the night.
Just fuck me up.
With pleasure.
I already have ideas. I think just putting a boost pad at where you might be gay baby jump might be what I think is gonna happen.
Ouch!
Did I not get my rainbow? Super sad.
Yeah, there's a boost pad on the spiral drum.
Oh, okay. Oh.
What was that?
Someone is immediately like, oh, okay, and then screams like a fucking banshee.
Because she got magnet landed on one of the fucking slopes.
On the fucking... one of the... yellow spring slopes. I got magnet landed.
We fucking... I have to know why that happens. I want to fix that shit, not because I actually want it fixed, but just because I cannot fucking understand why it's happening.
I regret not making a minimap because I have no... Oh my god!
Whoa, scared.
I got
Oh no.
stuck on that.
Oh no!
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up? How's it going? How's it going? No, my shoes.
Thanks for the shoes.
My Timberlands.
What? Okay. Grow's a good item.
I do love me some
On
girl.
most maps, yes.
Did you get Gay Baby Joe?
Nah, I skipped the last slope and instead just plunged straight into hell.
That's pretty good.
I need to look in.
Why does spring angle do that to me?
If you can figure out what angle you're going in to do it, I can try to replicate it and then
I drove completely straight.
completely straight. Alright. It might still be like oddly random.
I think it's just you actually go too fast to hit the upward part of the slope, and you skip it completely.
Well,
That magnet land was fucking spectacular.
Yeah, I gave Baby jailed the ramp.
You
Sorry.
did? You couldn't get out of it?
No, I mean I dropped a mine in it.
Were people stuck in it?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's save the replay just in case.
Is it? Okay, no, it's probably just those last ramps. Those are the bigger ones.
Please put Barkley's
Yeah.
cat in cart.
Please. If you need me to fucking draw it, I'll do it.
Just tell
You know,
just say the
you
breed.
know the cat from Kiki's Delivery Service? It's that one.
Absolutely. Holy,
I was gonna say the cat from
unironically, I'd fucking do that. I love me some Kiki's Delivery Service, but seriously. Like, honest to God, favorite Ghibli film. Shit, that movie is a visual marvel.
I'm gonna put the cat returns in the fucking pile for this one.
Up.
Not today! Not today!
Not today, sir.
you right there, Gunma?
Yeah.
A fucking user called Some Kitty Cat just posted kitty:3 in my chat. I have never seen this person before. I have no idea whether this is a novelty account, but your existence is fucking incredible to me currently. Thank you for being here.
I may have accidentally deleted my music pack.
Nice.
Transition.
I'll give you
Gives me a free excuse to just make new stuff.
Oh.
Wow, that was a sucker punch.
What? Where did my jaws go? I don't even know where. I didn't even see.
I actually love
Mari on my radar.
You're a novelty account. Correct.
Like any map that caused this amount of interaction is a
like
pleasant experience.
Yeah, you're always in the air, but not for long periods of time. So, well, outside.
There's a lot of people who hang out here for jartcasts who I see literally at no other time.
Who are you people?
Who are you people?
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm not catching up to you.
Why do you make
Ah, I keep fucking swerving too far into that.
Because I'm trying to make for V2.
Okay, on the Discord earlier. Under that name? No, I'm mindful.
That's me. Watch out!
Ow, there we go.
Ouch.
That's
going on with that
twice. I've hit you with that fucking midair jaws shit.
Fuck.
Yo, she's in katana class. Let's go.
It's been.
Katana.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Are we done?
So I think that's it for the net game testing. Barkley knows that the insurmountable problem is you have to fix literally every single negative interaction that will ever happen to people on those slopes, or you're literally the worst and you've ruined net games forever.
It'd be funny if I didn't though.
It'd be pretty funny, yeah.
It would be funny.
You know what? I
they say about
died.
it?
Thanks,
Funny.
Barkley.
Who the fuck is Scott Steiner?
I don't know. But apparently he's Scottish.
But I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal! I didn't connect the name, but that is one of my favorite fucking videos on the entire internet.
Hello, Gordon.
Hello, Gordon.
I gotta say
you
that
look at
Barkley.
me, and you look at Barkley, and you can
Shit's
see
good.
that statement is not true.
Hello, Mario. Hello, Mario.
Tyrone, you don't want to look at the jartcast channel.
Whoa, what do you mean?
Ooh, you don't want to.
What is this?
Yeah.
Oh,
What the fuck is this?
pretty good.
Look at this.
I
don't think.
That's pretty good.
I don't want to think anymore.
I think this is the exact situation for which the sentence "thanks, I hate it" exists. There is no more appropriate response.
I wouldn't.
Elsword follows me everywhere and turns into something worse every single day.
Okay, so Gunla, do you have the palate cleanser?
Is jartcast?
You feeling it, butter?
Do we need
Is
a
that where
palette
it
cleanser?
goes?
Is it time to deploy the palette cleanser?
Let's see if it loads this time around. Give me a minute. I gotta pull up my keyboard.
We
Map
specifically did because it's the current version of the map and it doesn't necessarily need net game testing. If you've experienced anything in the net games right now, that kind of stuff.
Oh
will
yeah,
carry over.
turn off on forward, by the way.
You want me to load it up?
Go ahead.
Alright.
Alright.
There it
Here we
is!
are.
There we are.
Boy.
Let's see what it's on.
Valley.
I can't see anything.
What, 5 episodes in the making now?
This is actually how 300 slopes.
Well, I missed the first set.
I don't know what to tell you there, Chief.
Seems like a player skill problem won't fix.
What's this? It's 300 slope drive.
It's 300 Slip Drive. Always been here.
My brain is turning off looking at this map.
That's what this map is supposed to do.
What the? This fourth section, Gunla, fuck yourself immediately.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Who thought it was okay to put this here?
I did.
Who told you the slope? Was it you or did I tell you to?
I forget who told me to do
It might
it.
have been a mix. I was like, you should just fucking slope it.
This is such a fucking shit post. I love it.
I remember like explicitly it was like a Tuesday evening, like at least like 2 months ago, and I'm just like, you know what? Got home from work and I'm like, I want to just do something really funny. So I made this.
Nowhere to go.
Why are we actually so closely packed? Except
I'm
for
getting
Steel, who's
bananas
dying.
in 8. Because of the pack.
Hour of cuts.
Is the original three slope?
Three
Three
slope
slopes.
drive.
Yes, three entire slopes.
Three colored
Is the original 3-color drive like mob scale by any chance? Because that might be why.
I don't think so. My brain could be misremembering.
Because yeah, if you have not altered the geometry width-wise, this certainly feels.
Is it? No, there's absolutely there's only a couple of things that were changed sector-wise regarding like the count, but no widths were changed, only heights.
This fork section is actually bad.
I've served my purpose then.
Man.
Oh no, not like this.
I made it.
Dude.
The end end of 3 slope drive. Dude, come on. What was
3
that?
slope drive.
Bro,
One more.
three color drive.
300 slope drive, actually.
Can we have 3 color drive, but it's no color drive? It's just fucking black and white, monochrome.
All colored.
Monochrome drive.
Kodachrome drive. Oh my
Really
god, what the
Oh, we
fuck?
actually
Kodachrome
went
drive. There's an idea for you, Gunlar.
I'm not
Go Encore palette. Yeah. But maybe the Encore palette could be no color drive.
Make it, you
Now
know what?
you
No,
can get
no,
terrible
no,
idea
no,
changing.
no.
Do you remember fucking Emperor's Lewis script? It just turns
Yes.
anything into Kodachrome.
I like the TFC one too.
That's cool and all. But what about green and purple?
Green and purple.
Yeah.
Thanks, Doc.
Thank you.
Thanks, Doc.
Oh, see ya.
Doctor, thank you.
Actor. Thank you.
That was really close to hitting you.
I got
Come on, you'll appreciate this.
unmarked.
This is from Keeg. The fucking anything is Kodachrome script that Amber made is the fucking card equivalent to the Sadclaps code.
No, I'm gonna have to do that. I'm sorry.
Fuck. Now we have to make Sadclaps.
Sad. Come on.
Oh! Oh, get back there.
We got Surfer already, so we're
Yeah,
rolling
exactly. Porting easy to cart over this painstaking 400 hours.
It really is quite easy to cart. It just happens by itself. The only problem is that no one wins.
Tyrone, I got 3 euros in a row. Can you break the code?
Ow.
What do you mean, Are you sold this?
What the fuck? It's 8:31 p.m. CST and Jartcast is already over?
Yeah, we started early, man.
Yep.
You gotta be Jordan.
How nice does it feel to actually have like a part of your day left to reflect on the horror that we've created?
I can join the calls. Feels good.
And Barkley's here. Everything's fucked up.
Yeah,
Nah, never mind. Everything's okay.
It's really
Everything is
now.
exactly as it should be.
People screaming in the distance.
Tune in next time.
Down
for the second
to the smallest detail.
Why did you take my 3 bananas? I wasn't gonna do anything with them.
I did it!
And on that note, season 1 of Jarcast has completed.
Fucking bullshit. Fucking plot was all over the place.
Stay tuned for season 2.
They wrote themselves into a corner and rushed the ending.
Oh, is this Kill a Kill?
This thing
Remember
is such
when
an asshole. Are you serious? Can't
Hey,
believe
you
I
remember
watched
when-
this shit for 13 episodes.
Remember when episode 3 aired twice?
Oh shit, is this Endless 8? Is this Haruhi?
Nice boat!
No!
Kyun Kun Denwa?
Plus the dub is fucking dog shit.
Superior version!
Now we gotta go to war. I'm sorry, Tyrone. That is not a good take.
I was gonna say, we haven't gotten to the Pauino contest arc yet. That must be season
God!
When's the tournament arc?
Contest!
That is the tournament arc. That's the Pauino contest.
Oh god.
Season 2 is gonna open with the fucking tournament arc.
The Ova. Okay, I'm putting the brakes on this. We have to stop right now.
It's gonna last 10 hours.
Thank you for staying with us for Jartcast Season 1. It has been fucking fantastic somehow doing this for as long as we have, and may the late night idiocy continue possibly forever.
Except it's not late night, it's evening.
Midday
not late night,
idiocy.
but, yeah.
8:30. What's the latest it can be in the US right now? 9:30?
Not that much, yeah.
10:30.
The drama CD. Okay, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Good night.
Night stream.
Goodbye.
Race car takes flight and jumps a fence.